What is up? This is evil, actually. I don't want to hear you guys, or hear my own voice, actually. That's what it would be, technically. This is evil stuff. Quite the evil stuff, actually. Yikes. Yikes. Stream failed already, dude. This is awful. This is awful. This is awful. Okay. Dude. Just want to see if, like, it's actually running. It's probably not, dude. This is bad news. Man, who cares? I'll just assume it's working. So, what's up, guys? What is up, my fellas? Dude, it's been a while. It's been actual ages, actually. Dude, is my stream just having, like, issues, I guess? Hopefully not. That would be kind of sad. That would be really sad if it was having issues. You know, after everything we've been through, you know? That'd be tragic. Genuinely. But, yeah, what's up? Dude, don't tell me it's already having issues. My God. Fuck me. Hold on. Hold on. I don't usually stream this early. So, let's... No, it's catching up. Okay. Wanted to check. Yeah, there's some jar stuff. Okay, yeah, chat's finally loaded on my end. What's up, guys? What's up, fellas? What is up? Get a new router, buddy? Dude, last time I went against a router, dude, that, like, led for, like, a month-long controversy, dude. It's fucked. Nah, but what's up, guys? What is up? Dude. Honestly, it's been ages. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it was only just, like, lagging on my end. But we're good, we're good. But yeah, no, it's been kind of ages, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, Jar is not a person I literally think I haven't even talked about them for months. So it's kind of interesting to see them like a topic of discussion again. Dude, this is evil. Okay, this is quite literally evil. But yeah, I mean, fuck. Dude, what was like the last thing I even talked about with that guy? I mean, I'm pretty sure we know all the basics when it comes to him, right? It's like, you know, defended Cine, whatever, and kind of like lied publicly, and like, I don't know. I interviewed him. He was like really retarded. I'm trying to think because like there was a lot of things I looked into that with that guy. Like I leaked all the Himpleton calls. Was the Himpleton calls like the last thing I went over with the guy though? Probably. It's been ages, but essentially, okay. Just to answer some questions because you might be wondering, right? What new stuff is developing now? Well, I mean, there was a video that was made by someone who I guess defended Jar recently, and Jar would think that this video was amazing. But from what I'm gathering, right, this person made a video and actually got confronted by, you know, OpBlock or whatever. So I was just kind of curious. It's been a while since I've, like, talked about with Jar. Like, there are some funny things that I think is just hilarious that, like, I don't mind sharing. The guy, like, I don't know what happened, but, like, he's kind of, he's kind of scared of me, dude. It's awful. Jar will not have a conversation with me. Ever since, like, what happened. He will not have a conversation with me. He does not want to engage with me, but he won't block me either. That's the weird part. I don't know. I mean, it's not a mystery as to why, right? But he genuinely, like, when he like, ran to fucking Himpleton's community, because he had, like, no better place to really be. So it was awful for him. Like, he had nowhere else to go, so he went to, like, Himpleton's, like, server or whatnot. And, like, he refers to me, apparently, as the blue guy, which I find really funny. Like, he brings me up, like, all ominous, like... I think what is actually insane to Cope, though, is... I have no issue and regrets with this. When I made the deal, right? When I made the deal with Himpleton, about, like, the Himpleton, you know, getting the calls, right? Just run it through him and then see if it's good, right? I had no deal with leaking those, because I don't care. It was Himpleton's calls anyways. Like, we made an agreement. It was fine, right? He recorded it. Very cool, right? Jar has done like a little rewrite of history, which is kind of interesting. He tries to frame it like, you know, I was going to like Himpleton with bad, evil intentions, right? And it's like he tries to make it seem like I coerced Himpleton to give me the calls so that I can like make evil content out of it. All right, it's like which is insane to rewrite because Himpleton was like fully consenting with the deal anyways, and like we did it in the most civil way possible. Like I said, the run through process would just be I would look through the calls at my own time, and kind of just run it by him by like why I wanted to like talk about this call. And admittedly, there was at least like 2 calls that were just really boring, right? But that's kind of how I ran by it. He would give the thumbs up if it was cool or not. And then, like, he usually, like, approved any calls. It's just his whole thing wasn't it's his call. He just wanted to, like, be kept in the loop, which is fine. I respected that, right? But it's like, it got framed like I was just, like, manipulating Himpleton just to get the calls, and it just all of a sudden became content out of nowhere, which is just not the case. It's, it's actually kind of funny to me, because that's just genuinely not what happened. I mean, hell, Himpleton, like this, the deals are really only as publicly as known. Not because, like, it's even from, like, my community, but it's because, like, Beckett, like, interviewed Himpleton or whatnot, and how, like, Himpleton, like, framed it in that interview as, like, yeah, he made a deal with the devil. And I'm like, dude. Bruh, buddy. But, yeah, no, it was kind of funny, because Jar only, like, was able to, like, he kind of only joins calls and streams with Himpleton if it's, like, really late. He won't even, like, he, like, won't interact with me, and won't engage. He actually considered leaving the server, apparently, which I just think is really fucking funny. It's like, he sat there and tried to, like, rationalize why he should leave the server, and then somehow convinced himself to stay. I don't know. The guy is, quite the interesting fella. I don't know. And apparently there was, like, a little bit of a disconnect with, him and, like, Himpleton now, because he has gone the evil way, alright? He's gone the evil way, okay? He's become, like, apparently friends with Zeve, which, Zeve as a person, I haven't really covered on this channel. God. Zeve's a mess, okay? You probably, like, anyone from, like, Lio's audience probably is aware of them, or if, like, watched Guild's videos, probably aware of them. But it's like, Zeve is, unironically, like, actually mental. I didn't go over it, really, because, I mean, fuck, dude. The thing that, like, he was, like, you know, getting under fire for was just, no, no tolerance for that shit. Not at all. No way whatsoever. Alright? Like, I don't even, like, want to mention the group that he was, like, associated with. It was genuinely, like, insane. Yeah. Like, fuck me. It, it was evil, dude. But, yeah, no, Zeve, you see, I don't really like getting involved in Zeve stuff usually, but sometimes I do. Admittedly, I do. Alright, so that's why there's that 10-minute call that, like, I think, like, even Caitlin Coy talked about, which I have my own opinions on Caitlin Coy, but, like, there was that video that, like, Caitlin Coy talked about, like, because I confronted Zeve, he wanted to have, like, a call or whatnot, and he just, like, admitted to, like, the allegations against him, and I'm like, okay, bro, yeah, and then, like, obviously, in this position, I can't just not, like, leak it. It's an admittance to the allegation, so I now had to, like, it's like, you know, make it public, or at least give it to, like, people who were, like, dealing with the situation. And, like, that's as much as, like, in that, but then the second time I got more involved in the recent stuff was, like, a Himpleton stream, which he wouldn't, it's weird, because for some reason Zeve has, like, a weird, like, liking to me. I don't understand it, really, to be honest with you. But he would only answer Himpleton's questions if I was in the stream with him. So I was thinking, okay, cool, 30-minute adventure. And then that turned into a 2-hour fucking stream segment. And the guy dude, the amount of, like, reframing was insane. He, like, tried to unironically claim to be swatted because someone called, like, the fire department to his house, which I don't think is considered swatting. It's, I don't know, it's, so, like, we just, like, made, like, the joke that it's, like, stolen valor, or whatnot, just because we thought it was funny. But, yeah, no, as whether he's actually telling the truth or not, don't know. It'd be weird for him to lie about that, though, but he's lied about other things before. I don't know. It's hard to take Zeve seriously, because there's how he is, like, someone who does, like, lie a lot just because that's just, like, what he likes to do for the fun of it. But it's, so that makes it a lot harder to take him, like, seriously with, like, any claims. But, yeah, it's, interesting. Yeah, okay, if there's any buffering, right, just, refresh the stream. That's just all I'm gonna, like, say to you if that happens. But, yeah. I don't know. It's, I was gonna publicly cover them, but there was just too much. Like, and I just didn't feel like going through all that shit. I dealt with it in the moment, but never made public coverage off of it really, besides like talking about it briefly. And I think I talked about it a bit on like the last Raven stream, and that's like about it. But yeah, no, that. So that's interesting. Like that person of all people, like apparently Jar's reasoning for like being friends with that freak is because he seemed lonely and needed friends. And it's like, dude, bro, okay. I mean, if this guy, dude, this guy, like Zeve hates it when I call him it, but like he's unironically like a psychopath. Like and I'm not like even just saying that just to be like, you know, exaggerative. Like the guy unironically has like ASPD and gets like a thrill out of like, you know, fucking over like, you know, good people over, like good people over, I guess, just because he loves like, you know, the reaction that they give of like fear and like confusion and panic. And it's like, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, I don't know. There's some interesting calls if you listen to them. The guy just sounds psychotic anyways. It's rough. But yeah. Imagine going live at 11 a.m. Dude, I had nothing better to do, dude. Fuck you, Fembro. Okay? Lolly or genocide, Fembro. Lolly or genocide, okay? That's all I'm gonna say to that. Fuck you. Nah, but... fucking hell. But yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I don't think I've talked to the guy for like a month at this point, so this is interesting stuff. I'm really just like going around here. Like, it had to be more than a month. It had to be like 2 to 3 months at this point. Because like there was like a point where I was just talking about Jar with every new thing that was just getting brought up. Because like, I don't know, because a lot of things were thrown at him, whether it was like VidCon shit, the Cine shit, the Himpleton calls, and like my interview with him that I like made public or whatnot. Which, yeah, looking back at it, probably could have been better, admittedly. I think I probably got like too held up on like certain details that just weren't like really important in the mainline story of it. But I don't know. I probably could have conducted it better, to be fair. But yeah, it is. I don't know. I haven't really thought about the guy in a while, so it's like kind of funny to see him like coming up again. Evil stuff, actually. Evil stuff. But you know what? I'm cucking you guys. Okay. All right. We need to go. We need to talk about this. Okay. I should just stop like rambling in Terraria. This is awful. So, this is kind of like where it just kicked off for like what I saw, and this I think is just kind of funny to me. So, it just released a couple hours ago. I didn't watch the June the King video. I was actually thinking about going over it if I had extra time today. At least one person looked deeper into me than everyone else did. Yep. So this is the only reason, right? This is the only reason. I want to make this very clear and highlight this. This is the only reason, right? People are even like focusing on like this Vincent Martin person. Because realistically, right? There are 600 sub channel who had like a 1K video. That's really it with the guy. But like the only reason why like people are even checking out this channel in this video is because Jar like you know, platformed it and said, this is, you know, at least, you know, he actually did the proper research into me. See, I don't know why it's like I don't know why any of you other people couldn't do it. No. And the only reason why I think this is important is because he acts surprised, right? I love that video from a small channel is getting people up in arms. Man, times are strange. He's saying this like he didn't just fucking platform it and say it was like the best defense video that I've ever seen. Greatest defense video. I know defense videos. All right, this is amazing defense. Like, dude. Please read through the tweet responses, please. What? Well, did. Yeah, no, he got. It's just 21. He got cooked. Update, your defender is late to his own stream, but he's running the video's ass. Jar, this video made you unironically look worse, lol. No way. This video sucked. I don't understand why you believe that this was a good video in defense of you, Limfao. But put the fries in the bag. What about Super Lots? Weren't you the guy that said you can't be at the pool if a 16-year-old girl is there? Fuck, I forgot about that. Dude, this is awful. There's someone like Ping Chud Logic. Dude, just stick it to not making drama content. It's better for you. Oh shit, you're getting desperate. Hi, Jar. What a cute little Porsche. I do a lot of... Oh, yikes. It took me time to get off cock, and I didn't even do it that much. He's full of shit, lol. I think he meant to say crack. It's like kind of funny. But, then there's you. I'm literally watching Becca destroying this video right now. If you think this is a good defense... Oh, you spelled defense wrong. You're mogged. Video. I worry what you think is an attack. No, I worry that you think it at all about real. Bro, you're pathetic. Deeper into your... Yikes. Are you sure about that? Dude, like, what? Where's the supporters, dude? It's awful. You didn't get screwed, Jar. You just fucked up, rightfully so. You're bad at commentary, as you sometimes more than often not go in without full knowledge. Stop being a little bitch. The video isn't good at all. Dude, it's 3 hours. Yeah, it's 3 hours old, 36 views. You really got to move on instead of name searching yourself constantly. I have no. Did someone just send an Indeed link? Dude, this is fucked. I think like Jar responded under here. Yeah, this tweet is a few hours old. You gotta stop stalking people, man. Also, he DM'd me. Dude, dead. That's Cope. That's Cope. Jar unironically seriously respond to a guy named fucking Chudson, bro. Like, he's fucking mogged, dude. Like, fuck me. Fuck it. Out of all these replies, only person he engages with was fucking Chudson. I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. All right, let's just get into the fucking. Let's just fucking go into the video, dude. Where's the stream intro songs? Nowhere, dude. not this one. Not this one. But no, let's get into this shit, all right? I'm quite curious of the Jar tale that has been, bestowed upon us today. All right.
Our future begins.
It seems like JustARobot got screwed from all angles.
Ace, hold up. Ace, let me call in. I have a very important piece of info regarding this situation. I don't believe you, but I'll let you call in anyways, because I trust you. Alright, Sam. Alright. Discord's just being goofy. Yikes. It might not even let me call you. You might come in and I just might not see you. Authenticating. Dude, what is up with, like, my PC today, dude? This is awful. Alright, Sam. Call in, little bro. Call in. This call is gonna be so mogged. Alright, this call is gonna be so touched. Alright, what's up, Sam?
I'm being serious, I do, right? Vincent Martin is a fucking disgusting faggot.
Yeah?
I hate him.
I just clocked in that one late.
He spread so much misinformation.
Yeah?
And he's a disingenuous fucking cuntbag, and I'm glad he's getting raped over the coals by all sides.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's a deplorable little fucking transvestite. I hate him. And like, God, he's just so annoying and irritating, and he doesn't research, he doesn't do fucking anything. He sits there scratching his arse crack. I bet he sniffed his fucking shitty fingers during that fucking video and didn't fuck all.
Dude.
He's such a, oh God, he's awful. He's genuinely awful. The amount of misinformation, right, that he's got wrong about me, about you, about people like, even fucking Emrao, bro. He just gets it all wrong. I just don't know how you can be on the platform, be a commentator, try and be a quote-unquote respectable commentator, and drop these big videos whilst getting huge pieces of evidence wrong. The manipulative ways of Emrao, by the way, like, watch that video. Like, yeah, like, audience members, watch that video. You're going to come away wanting to shoot your fucking self, put a bullet in your fucking brain. Or or more accountably, put a bullet in his brain. It's fucking despicable. Fucking, God. So much just misinformation and shit, man.
Yeah.
Do not like him.
Yeah, I mean,
so I'm glad he's finally getting his fucking comeuppance because he's retarded.
I've been getting reports that he has a low IQ.
Fucking deserved.
This is awful.
Full shock.
Full shock. All right, I'm gonna go back into the coverage.
Vincent Martin, IQ. Fucking God, next year to tell me that Martin Luther King was fucking, bro, he was fucking black, wasn't he? God.
Yeah,
evil stuff. Anyway, I'll let you get on with the raping of Vincent Martin.
All right, yeah, have fun. Take care, buddy. Take care.
Yeah, have fun.
Bye. Dead. Discord is being gay, but you know what? We still thrive. Let's get back into the video.
Angles by trying to cover the Cinebear 03 drama. So let me go over the elements of this drama that a lot of people have overlooked. First, a quick recap. It all started with Jar making a horrible video defending another YouTuber named Cinebear 03, Cinny for short, from grooming allegations from her roommate, another YouTuber named Birdie. Now, you couldn't tell this from looking at Jar's channel, given the video wasn't even up for 48 hours. Jar was asked by many why he decided to reach out to Sydney, and Jar cites a interaction he had with that creepy reading, which seems to check out.
Now, I personally don't believe you have to interview every single person you make a video on, but I got shit from that creepy reading for not interviewing Dav.
Why Jar thought he would apply to this is something I don't even want to attempt to ask him. That's really something I personally think he should have addressed in responding with receipts instead of half the crap he he did, but I bring it up because that, along with another element that caught my interest within the video, probably played a bigger factor, but maybe he could have worked that in also.
And I believe that Cindy was gaslit into doing that by her roommate who goes by it pronouns. When I saw Kumo coming to the same conclusions about Cindy that I came to, along with witnessing him beating a few people in debates about it.
So what I did ask him in DMs is,
Like, he just lost those debates. Like, that I don't know. Like, that's the whole thing, right? Like, Kumo got touched. Like, you would have to be, like, unironically, you would have to be, like, a troglodyte to think that locker room girl talk is, like, you know, a good defense for why, like, a 20-year-old woman is sending rape porn to a 14-year-old. Like, I don't know why anyone even bought that. That is genuinely insane to me. Like, it's not like he, like, won every single one of them. Like, I think, like, maybe he could have won one of them, but, like, I don't... Like, off the two I saw, it's just he wasn't winning like them. He wasn't winning those debates. He got touched. Like, that's just, like, the... what realistically, like, went down. I don't know, like, I don't know. Jar very clearly saw Kumo as the winning side, which is why he jumped to the winning side. He's done this, like, with multiple dramas before, even, like, most notably, like, one that was, like, even years ago was, like, John Swan versus Dream, where it's, like, in fact, like, one of his, like, you know, example, like, reasonings for, like, why he covered it so late. It's, like, I was kind of suspicious that John Swan was lying about Dream, but I don't know, I just didn't have the time to really look into it. And it's, like, did. Now, you came to the conclusion after the fact that it was all figured out, like, 2 months later, dude. Okay? Like, that's tedious, all right? Don't pretend. He does that, though. So, unironically, I don't even know if he really believes half the things he says. I think he just sided with Kumo because he thought he was the winning side and just, like, you know, went with his arguments, like, for verbatim. I mean, that is kind of like what he says, but it's just really insane to me. It's really insane. But yeah, anyways.
in your video responding with the receipts, you talked about seeing Kumo beat some people.
Hold on. I still might have some questions for you while working on the script. Like in your video, response with receipts, you talked about seeing Kumo beating some people in debates about it. Do you remember when and where those debates took place? It was in his comments. I think he was also in a stream with a few people that stared, becoming more empathetic to Cine. No one was... What? Who would have been empathetic to Cine? Dude, that would have been him. Yeah, no, yeah. It's, okay, you just spelled started. Okay. That started becoming more... What? No one... What? He was also in a stream with a few people that started becoming more sympathetic to Cindy. I don't think they're sympathetic to Cindy if they're trying to claim that she's a groomer. Like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Did we watch the same stream, Jar? Like, what the fuck? Like, fuck me, dude. Fuck me. But yeah, anyways.
Debates about it. Do you remember where these debates took place? Jar answered back,
it was in his comments. I think he was also in a stream with a few people that started becoming more empathetic to Shinny.
Since Kumo deleted his channel, not a surprise to me because let's just say I talked to him a bit.
I watch, I know you have your issues with me, but I don't take that shit personally. Just noticed this and thought I'll share. Kumo's fun time McDonald's, dumb misinformation. Serafina unlisted the video on you. Okay.
A while ago, before this whole shit show went down, and I thought I was smart of him when he claimed he was leaving commentary on one of his streams
Do you know why
quite
he
a while
did,
ago. Clearly that didn't happen, and it probably would have been smarter for him to get out of commentary. Despite that, I managed to find a sample of one of the...
Yeah, but Kumo didn't leave or anything because, like, he was wrong or anything like that. That's just not what happened. Kumo left because someone put a target on his girlfriend, and that he didn't want, like, anything like these internet vigilantes to go at his girlfriend. So he just, like, did the responsible thing and just, like, left the platform for a little bit to let it cool down, so there wasn't, like, much of a target on their back. That's just what realistically happened. But yeah.
Those debates on Chud Logic's second channel.
We're talking about fucking girl talk here. We're talking about these two were gooning over it. Yeah, dude, they're sitting here they're sitting here.
Oh my gosh, it's Amos! It's Amos, dude. He's getting touched. No, I'm kidding. Amos actually unironically beat him here. It was so dumb how it went down.
About. Oh my god. They were frothing at the they were frothing right now. All right, okay. Okay, you're retarded. So you're going to listen to me speak, okay?
I feel like this is kind of how he presented it when we spoke even.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
But then wait a second. Hold on.
Video today?
Hold on a second. When did this come out? 24th of September.
The important thing I want to take away from this is the date, which is September 24th. These seem to be the factors that led Jar to getting into contact with Cindy directly via DM, which happened on September 28th, 2024. The
Yeah, we've
timeline
seen
gets
those.
complex from here, so I'm going to skip ahead to where Kumo gets a hold of Jar's second draft, where Kumo uploads it to his channel, which causes Jar to panic upload his video in a rush. A bad move on Jar's part that leads to the failure cascade that follows. Now, most people know about Jar's horrible appearance on Chud Logic stream, but here's a quick recap for those who are uninformed. It was suggested to Jar that he should send his video on Cinebear by Cine to Chud Logic for Chud Logic to review, and Chud agreed to watch the video.
I mean, he saw the the DMs were leaked between them two. There's not. Why are we playing the allegedly game? If you just go through the logs, like, it was his idea. Like, he wanted to, like, have Chud review it. Like, even in his response video, he was talking about, like, he thought, like, Chud was the most fair on him in previous coverage. So that's, like, why he, like, went to, like, Chud to, like, get his opinion on some of the stuff or get it reviewed. But he also, like, wanted to use Chud's platform as a way to defend Cine. That is confirmed, and that was in the DMs. Like, this is not, like, just guessing, right? If you did, like, basic research on this, you would come to that conclusion as well, because he literally says it. It's not predicting, it's not guessing or anything like that. It is just there.
And gave his thoughts on it. Then right after that, someone leaks Jar's DMs to Sydney, to Chud Logic, on that very same stream, and Chud started reading them. That's when we get this moment, most watched it seems, where you can see Chud smile a bit before exploding into apparent rage because he's making it out like Jar's trying to use him here.
Well, he was.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm also going to try and reach out to Chud Logic. Ooh, I remember liking the stream. I think with his help, along with a recorded call and Jack, everything should go smoothly. That was his full plan. That was his full plan. Yes. He was trying to, like, use Chud in order to, like, defend Cinebear. That's not an assumption. That's just what it was. Like, that, what do you want about? And of course, yes, he's going to laugh at it because it's like, dude, what the fuck is this shit? This is bullshit. Like, yeah, there's like concrete evidence that he caught him in the moment. And like, yeah, I think like anyone's going to be upset too as well because it's like, hey, you're trying to use me. This is stupid. But yeah, anyways.
Okay, dude. Also, I'm going to try and reach out to Chud Logic. Ooh, I remember liking his stream. I think with his help, along with the recording... You little fucking bitch! You little wretch! Is that what you thought, was it? Is that what you thought? You thought you could piss on my boots and tell me it's raining? Well, tough fucking shit, bro. Unlucky. What fucking planet do you think you're on? That you can use my platform? Like that? Do you think I wasn't gonna fucking notice, you fucking retard? You little autistic freak. Holy fuck, dude, I'm furious. I'm fucking furious, bro. Who does this guy think he is?
He thinks he can fucking launder his shitty video past me without noticing and be put out on my channel to my fucking viewers.
After that, for some reason, Jar decides to go on the Chud Logic stream where they milk him for content. This all happens on October 13th, 2024. At this point in time, let me switch over to the one recorded session I did with Jar, going over the next sort of event in this drama.
Here. I don't think you've done the same thing here. I'm more, again, in the same way that Jar's like, oh, you know, people are going to say he's the next Coyote, which I am going to start saying, by the way, because he has done exactly what Coyote tried to do.
So he's saying you're doing exactly what Coyote's doing. I find this a little bit insane.
Yeah, Coyote was like talking very sexually, extremely sexually, making advances towards Sappho, and also being like, hey, let's move into... They were like planning to move in together, and they met through, I believe, Zarkarlo, Coyote's roommate. I did not do exactly what Coyote did. Like, I had no plans to meet up with her IRL. I had no plans. I didn't goon with her. I didn't share any porn with her.
I think the comparison, like, from, like, Beckett's stream, if I remember correctly, where he was, like, talking about this point, was he only made the comparison with Coyote Lovely, because Coyote Lovely got, like, too close to, like, hypnotist Sappho. He's not... I mean, I know people, like, were insinuating that, like, Jar was, like, trying to unironically fuck Cine, which I could see, like, if someone's, like, trying to make that argument, but I think, like, Beckett's comparison was purely just the fact that they got, like, too close, then they got bias, then they started, like, being, like, defensive. Like, that is pretty much, like, the comparison. Like, those, like, actions were, like, the thing being compared. I know, like, probably, like, how that would seem. Like, I think, like, Jar's probably going to see the extreme, like, how he is right now. Which, yeah, I could get that. But I don't think that that's what the initial comparison was, if I'm going to be real.
I didn't hire someone to draw Cine doing stuff to afford...
Dude, did you hear that? Hold on. Dude. That was just Jar's alpha rage. Hold on.
I had no plans.
Dude, hold on.
I didn't goon with her. I didn't share any porn with her. I didn't hire. Sorry.
Dude, I didn't hire. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Martin. This topic gets me really... Sorry. Yeah, just finish the June the King video. Recommend it for a good finisher to the stream. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's on the tab, so sounds good. Sounds good. Thanks for the 5, by the way. But dude, this is evil.
I hire someone to draw Cine doing stuff to a 14-year-old like Coyote did. The 14-year-old Sona, to be more precise, not as bad.
Okay.
But still pretty bad. Sorry for shouting there.
No.
Sorry for shouting. I couldn't contain my alpha male. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to get you, Vincent Kitten. I didn't mean it. Oh, fuck. To be fair, it looked like he was trying to hit Labout. Lol. Yeah. No, I mean, I did. I think there was at least a friendship, and I think that's fair to say. Because it's like, at the very least, it's like, this is a person that you're coming to that's like allegedly a groomer, and you're having conversations about Star Wars autistically for like 40 minutes at night, bro. Like, what the fuck? Dude. Fuck me.
I'm just getting your... Did you even watch this before you decided to go on? Did you know about this live stream of Beckett here?
No, not at all. Like, you need to understand there's like a billion trillion live streams going on at any given time. There's just like, I'm gonna be real here, who the fuck watches live streams?
There's an audience for it, usually.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Man, who the fuck even watches these shit, man? Shit! Man, like, what the fuck? I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I guess it's not a requirement, right? I wouldn't say it's a requirement, but, like, if you're going to be interviewed by someone and they made a take publicly about something that you said, like, you know, they said about you, I think that would be, like, you know, I think it would be probably on the smarter end to see, like, what they're saying to get an idea of, like, if the person's good faith or not. But, no, you just didn't decide to do that at all. But, like, I don't think, like, you know, Beckett was hiding anything. How is it hiding something if you say it publicly on a stream? That's not, like, obfuscating information or anything. Like, you just didn't like, you chose not to look at it. But he said it publicly. It's not like he's saying this privately behind the scenes. Like, he said this publicly, and you just decide not to look into it, and your cope is just, man, who even watches live streams, man? Like, what the fuck is this shit, bro? Like, okay, good one. Like, fuck me.
They have a parasocial relationship with the content creator they watch, typically.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, it's generally the core audience, and that's who Beckett seems to be catering to. And I'm just saying, I don't know why the fuck, after listening to this, I would have checked what Beckett had to say to Kumo. You gotta love the little live stream rant Jar threw in there. In case you missed it, my point is that the interview...
Oh yeah, classic Jar. Classic... What do you mean, who watches live streams, Jar? The amount of times you went on, like, Hippleton streams, dude, like, fuck off. You, like, went on there to, like, have, like, an N-word debate, dude. Like, I don't... like, who even watches this shit, man? Like, come on, dude. Come on. Fuck off.
It did with him. The Jar Call was on October 17th, 20...
Alright, I'm ready as I'll ever be, are you? Yep. 2 hours of gooning.
24. The stream I had Jar watch with me, CopeCast, JustARobot Saves Cine, with Kumo, is from October 13th, 2024.
I don't think my position's particularly changed on this stuff. I understand where you're coming from, and I don't want to see you get unfairly lumped in with things like the shit Jar is doing.
Like that, for example.
Yeah, he was calling Cine sweetheart. Now, I want to make this clear. I don't think, like, while I do think it's possible that Kumo was trying to do something with Cine, especially because of the fact he was acting like a jealous boyfriend the whole time, I don't believe he had any intentions until I found out that...
Yeah, but this was also the beginning of the drama. Like, okay, this is gonna sound so gay, right? Like, but, like, they're just not knowing the context of this thing that's even happening. Like, I don't know, it just makes me think that Jar doesn't even know what's going on, right? Like, the whole sweetheart thing happened like well after, like, you know, like that came out after, right? Like, you know, you got, like, you know, like grilled it for like all this shit, Jar. Like, this was before, like, you know, Kumo's DMs was out. This was before the Cine support squad. So realistically, the average individual is not going to know this, okay? Like, no one's like just has, like, you know, unlimited access to private DMs that weren't even publicized yet. So it's like, yeah, from the surface, what it looked like, because this is how Kumo portrayed himself, was someone who was debating people purely on the label, not the action, and more or less, like, I guess, trying to help them better themselves, which you could argue Kumo's not the qualified person for that. And I think that's a fair thing to argue, right? Kumo got too involved. Like, he got too invested. He flew too close to the sun, and he got taken down with it. But I think the reason why it was, like, even more shocking is because he was way more invested than any of us, like, thought. Like, it went from he tried to like help Cindy out for like, handling things like in her real life. I guess like, the HR reports for like, what he felt like was like, the Slider with the pedo shit, right? He tried to help with like, Cindy handle like the drug shit, the hard drive shit, like, all this shit, right? But that was really on the surface. But then it just came out that the person was like unironically like having like a group chat to sweep, and like was only trying to defend City to get back at Birdie, which has just got to be like one of the most autistic things to do. Birdie's obviously a bad fucking person, right? And I don't like playing the comparison game, but dude, you don't have to defend someone who just like self-admitted to being a groomer publicly to go at Birdie. Like that's insane. Like I think that is genuinely mental. But yeah. I need someone who could do a good Peter Griffin voice to debate this guy. Dude, what the fuck are we? What the fuck are you on about? This is awful.
Apparently, Kumo's girlfriend. This is just a rumor I heard. I heard Kumo's girlfriend lives in the UK. So I'm like, if Kumo sounds American, so I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he wanted to use Cine thing as a whataboutism. Again, Jar went off on an interesting direction with this. So what I was trying to talk about with this whataboutism line from Kumo is me referring to this.
I was very clear. I was talking about the discourse around you so that I could cover so I could start a different discourse and have a different discussion without a fucking constant whataboutism. That's why.
If I'm understanding this rant from Kumo correctly, it seems to be him saying that he was doing all the stuff for Cinebear, so he could talk about Birdie without people saying, what about Cinebear? You didn't cover that, or something like that. Frankly, I think this is bullshit logic coming from him, but maybe they would have tried to do that.
Birdie A-loggers are 100% like that. They're gotta be like one of the most annoying people I bump into sometimes, because it's like, I can't talk about like Queen or the other bad people without like having like a few hundred of them just like have the idea of, well, I think we should be focusing our attention on Birdie since they're clearly the worst individual. It's like if anyone else fucks up in that lore, it's like I don't really see why we're still focusing on them still. I think Birdie, Birdie, right? The one that we've been A-logging for years. We just clearly have not talked about them enough. Okay, we need to keep talking about them to spread awareness of it. It's like who doesn't know about Birdie at this point? It is like Birdie is unironically mainstream. Like it is genuinely tedious. Kumo didn't have to defend Cinebear to like go at Birdie. To be fair though, during this time the climate was pretty different. It was one of the rare times that Birdie has really ever had like an overwhelming amount of support. I will say, right? Because any time that you were critical of Birdie, Birdie was able to deflect, being like, are you getting this information from a pedophile who groomed a 14-year-old minor? It's like, Birdie had an overwhelming amount of people supporting them. And then, like, their past got more and more dug into, and then it's just, like, it just went back to, like, the Birdie drama scale, which is kind of fucking funny. So it's like, I get why, Kumo felt like he had to address Cindy, but, like, realistically, you don't. Right, like you don't have to like reach out to her. You don't have to defend her. Like that's insane. You can give a take if you want, fine. But it's like this is not just giving a take and defending labels. He created an environment for Cindy where it was like the only way to talk to her, you had to get through him or anyone in his friend group, and that's manipulative and that's creating a controlled environment. That is not just giving a simple, silly take on the internet. That was all malicious. That was all controlled. This was all planned. And, like, he intentionally made it this way. Like, there's not really much of, like, to argue here. Like, that's a problem that people would have with Kumo. So, yes. Obviously, yes. He severely fucked up in this shit. Like, I'm kind of glad that he left the internet, if I'm going to be real, because that's mentally insane. But, yeah, we'll keep it going.
Why did Jar have to bring Coyote up? Why did he shoot himself like that? I was annoyed because that was my take, and then Jar said it first on JustARobot. Because I was sat there going, I could type in that this is like Coyote, and I think I actually DM'd Chud and was like, can you push on the Coyote stuff? I'm fascinated. Because I'm a cunt.
I think it's because like Coyote is like the fucking internet Voldemort name in his community, and he's like, listen, I'm not bad.
Well, I mean,
like,
Coyote
instead is like, I'm not Coyote.
He literally did the Coyote thing. That is literally what
you literally did the Coyote thing. Did you know that, Jar? It seems a little bit weird to me.
Like, okay, I'm more concerned with what Kumo said, like, oh, he treats him like Voldemort. It's like, okay, do you not know what Voldemort is? He's the guy who who must not be named. I literally named him. Yeah. That's the opposite of the Voldemort thing.
Oh, that is such cope.
Actually, this is a specific video character. It's an accurate comparison, because he should not be named.
No, Kumo was probably just being retarded and just saying, like, you consider him the bad guy, right? The villain in your community. Like, this is such an autistic grasp of it, dude. What? Fuck me. Fuck me. Actually, I did name them, alright? I did name Coyote Lovely. I just said it again. Yeah, there you go. I named them. How about that? Like, dude, fuck off.
But
I do think this was stupid to do with Chud. It really was fucking stupid. It gave them ammo for this narrative of them that they keep on repeating. And frankly, I gotta at least berate you a little bit for not doing research and like, okay, this guy wants to talk to me. Let's see what he's talking about. Okay, that's all.
You need to understand, Lio gave me, like, every time I listened to Lio back in the day, it went well for me. Like, if I did what Lio said, everything kind of worked itself out.
Yeah.
But those were times when Lio had my best interest at heart. This time he didn't. To Lio, I was his ticket back to the top.
I wouldn't even say the top, man. I wouldn't even.
Lol. You see, Lio only didn't like the fact that I was defending and downplaying a groomer's actions because it was a social climb. Dude, this is why everyone thinks that you have this mindset, Jar. That, like, you only see people as, like, tools and stepping stones. It's like, because who the fuck views criticizing someone for what that bad they did as, like, they're only doing it for a stepping stone reason. It's like, what are you on about, bro? The fuck you on about? Like, that is genuinely why he gets, like, accused of that shit. Because, like, you could probably point to cases where he did do that shit. It's mental. Fuck me. Lio back in the day, huh? Yeah. Dude, also, how are you, like, in your late 20s and you can't handle yourself? You have to let, like, some fucking, like, autistic guy playing with Transformers in his, like, garage, like, be your PR manager, man. Like, fuck me, man. Fuck me. Yeah, you see, it was really good, because when Lio had my best interest at heart, everything always was handled. It went the right way. But, when I, went against everyone saying to talk about this person and defend them, I went full force in. I went full force in and said, nah, it's not grooming. No. Tisk. Nope. Cindy didn't do that. Nope. No. The porn was censored, though, if you really think about it. The minor didn't really set the boundary. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't see why everyone's getting on me, though. Like, what the fuck are you on about? The fuck? Like, why would anyone, right? Why would anyone, this goes for why would anyone defend you from that? Like, you unironically made arguments that minor should have set the boundary, that it was not as bad because Cinebear censored the porn when sending it, right? And like that, fuck me. Those were just a couple of your arguments for that. Like, unironically, that's mental. That is genuinely fucking mental. Why would anyone defend that? Why would anyone be like, you know what, Jar, great guy, great takes. Like, even if you didn't do that much research, the fact that you believe that that's okay under, like, those guises of those principles, it's just fucking mental. Like, you unironically would have to believe that sending, censored porn to minors is okay to make the argument that you did. This is why everyone's giving you shit. Okay? This is why a lot of people are giving you fucking shit for it. Or you unironically, again, you can't really use the research excuse. You unironically would have to think that a minor could set a boundary between an adult and a 14-year-old could set a boundary between a 20-year-old in conversations like that. Like, that they're able to, like, process and do that. You unironically have to argue for that if you're using it as a point. That is why people are grilling you so hard. Like, the research thing, throw that out the fucking window. These are principles you unironically defended and believed in. Because that's what you thought happened. No wonder why people are going to give you shit. That's disgusting. Yeah, you deserved, like, all the backlash you got for it. Like, I don't understand, like, this cope that you're fucking doing. It's actually insane.
Okay, take it to like almost 90% of the to where he used to be.
What I was trying to talk to Jar about here was him going on Chud Logic. But the reason Jar talked to Beckett was because of Lio Convoy, who had a part in Beckett's video on Jar. So I can definitely say this smells of a setup. Even after listening to the call between the two, Jar and Lio, because of course Lio uploaded it. And he freaking called Beckett Bear.
Yeah. What's wrong with recording what's wrong with, like, uploading a recorded confrontation with someone when it's relevant in the drama? It's not like Jar didn't know he was recorded. Like, what are we doing here? Like, of course that was going to be uploaded. Are you kidding me? And then, like, Beckett, I don't know, like, with his own interview, it was fine. Like, from, like, what I remember of it, it was fine. He didn't, like, do anything mental. I don't see anything wrong with asking a person who has the connection with the person you're trying to make a video on to ask if he could set something up as, like, like, to get an interview with them. I don't see the issue with that. Like, that goes literally for anybody, right? Like, if I wanted to make, like, I've done this before too. Like, if I wanted to, like, talk to Lumi, Ari had the contact with Lumi Starbun, so I asked Ari if I could talk to Lumi Starbun. All right, that's not gay-upping Lumi. That's not gay-upping anybody when you do that. That's simply reaching out in one of the best avenues you have, right? That's not gay-upping, all right? I don't understand, like, what the point is that you're trying to make. That's just mental to come to that conclusion.
Other people came to me asking, and I didn't get involved. Other than Beckett runs a podcast called the CopeCast podcast, and he's one person.
I know. Okay, now I know who did that.
You need to talk to him because he's going to be fair to you.
Also, he wanted Jar to talk to Kumo.
Another person you need to talk to, and you're going to hate this, Jar. You're really going to hate this. You need to talk to Kumo. If for no other reason than to at least give him your side of some things that are coming.
I meant maybe.
I think the only thing I would say that Lio probably could get touched for here is, like, he's heavily encouraging Jard to, like, engage with his detractors while he's, like, in drama with someone. And you could probably make the argument that Lio should do that more often too. Like, if you wanted to, like, make that argument. But I don't know if Vincent Martin's going to make that argument. That's the only thing I could see, like, touching him here. But, like, there's nothing inherently wrong with what he's saying. I think if you have detractors, right, and they have misinformation, I think it's fine to clear it up. And if you could probably encourage it, I don't see any issue with that. But I don't really see what's wrong with, like, what Vincent's saying here. I genuinely don't. Like, it's just really odd, but whatever.
Maybe this wasn't a setup. Maybe Lio is just a really, really bad judge of character or a complete idiot. Still, I'm betting on the setup side of things because of hindsight. And I would say that discussion between the two fits very well into Beckett's freak retrospective, the JustARobot files, but it really doesn't.
So I, unfortunately, had the displeasure of going through your Susie video today because I had it beforehand. Because I've had people tell me it was in there and I wanted to make sure I knew. So I'm going to tell you what I saw in that video, Jar. I saw you dancing on the grave of somebody who, with the exception of voicing in a video, which you and her resolved between yourselves, dancing on the grave of somebody who'd been nothing but kind.
Like, what does Leo's thoughts about Jar has to do with anything, man? Also the same with Dosify.
What? Well, okay, that was Lio's own confrontation with them. What are you talking about? Like, what does his thoughts have to do with anything? Like, what? Like, you could... Like, okay. Like, if I'm confronting someone, I would think that my thoughts would matter to the person if they're being confronted to me by me. Like, what? What are you on about? Like, and yes, I think the point that's being made here is, like, yes, the Jar Diddle Tones, I think it's a good example of Jar using someone as a stepping stone. Because in that call, right, they had it already perfectly set things out. They were perfectly fine. They had no issue. And then things all of a sudden changed when the tides changed. And, like, he's making, like, a Doodle Tones video just, like, mocking them. All right, like, that's strange. That's snaky. All right, that is definitely snaky. Like, that, I like, there's no other way to describe it. Like, that is genuinely, like, if he had any issues, he definitely did not bring it up with her. Not once. He made it seem like everything was fine till, like, his video came out. That's why everyone was just kind of confused. Like, that was, like, in his circles about it, because it's like, what the fuck? I didn't think you had an issue. The hell? Like, that's why it's deemed as snaky. But yeah.
Is this something to promote these people, or are they trying to give some credibility to Beckett? I'm not going to be soy and say Jar is racist or a sexual predator or anything like that, but here are all the things people need to make those claims about him.
The risk of making Jar sound dangerously based, let's just say the racism accusations are more than just doing some voices. Now, while I don't personally care, I think that there is more than enough here that if you wanted to make that accusation, it is a reasonable one to make.
Can't be sure. My bet is on a little bit of both. But let me get back into this mess. This narrative that Jar had a thing for Cine seems completely ridiculous and applies better to Kumo. I mean, they can say, oh, we can only see Jar doing it with females. Well, fucking open your eyes, you fucking morons. You're trying to make big claims about something.
I believe most of the people that call Jar simp for Cine are, like, just trolling. I don't even know why it was even really taken seriously. Like, some of the examples that he used was just throwing simp in a, like, thumbnail. Alright, like, and Jar can't really say shit about, like, clickbaiting thumbnails, because, like, when it came to Spoctor, he, like, framed him as, like, a full-blown pedophile, because, like, he put in, like, made it like a cupcake joke, which is obviously, like, a reference to EDP. So it's, like, it's cool for Jar to do it to other people, but, like, if someone makes a joke that he's, like, a simp to Cine, it's like, oh, no, like, there's a slander, what the fuck? It's very double, it's a double standard of his, it's annoying.
someone. Yeah, just the cowardly nature of this just annoys me to the nth degree. If you're gonna try to cancel someone, don't be a bitch about it.
I have only seen him interact with women.
Yes, it's stupid humor, but it's consistent across the board. Male, female. Maybe Jar's a closeted bisexual, but I sort of doubt it. And you can judge him for that if you want. It is weird. Same with the sleepy time call things. But if Jar's lying with this, he's really fucking committed to that fucking lie. And even if it's weird, it's an even weirder narrative that Beckett and his friends really wanted to push. Because they don't have actual proof that Jar has done anything. Well, really besides tell bad jokes with people he shouldn't have. Because when I asked Jar what he considers himself, not that I'm a big fan of self-ID, but you want to get the grasp of this. He told me he considers himself anti-woke. And most of the ACC are lightly progressive at best. And some of the more woke side of that group try to downplay it.
Another black creator, Thuman, stepped in to lend support to Omnia and Zeve as she felt the two were being unfairly treated by the community. And then Jar appeared with a video collaboration with 2 other creators, so he could also criticize Omnia and Zeve. That video he made was dog shit. I would know. I made a video on it at the time. I would link to that video so everyone could go watch it, but it's been private for a long while now. 3 years at this point. Now, I want to be clear about the contents of that video real quick. That is a woke-ass video that was made during a woke-ass time because I am a woke-ass bitch, and I'm fully aware that the political climate has drifted away from where it was when I made it.
But it seems bullshit to me because you don't hide something and try to rewrite it if you're not embarrassed by it. There are exceptions to that, but I doubt that's the case here. And it definitely seems to me the members of
the Cinebear Defense Force
tried to get Jar to have Chud Logic review his video and pressed onto him this sort of thing because they knew that it would turn out something like that. Not all of them, of course, but at least Kumo, because Jar made the claim that he was waiting for his roommate, who was out of town at the time, Professor Dreadlocks, to get back to look it over before he published it. There's also another element that I think might have caused them to think Jar might have gotten cold feet and pressed this on them.
As you can hear at the end of the full call I had with Cine, I said that I would be making a new draft in defense of Cine before I talked to Jack. But yeah, I'm going to be changing my video a lot, and I'm going to have to reach out to Jack because, you know, for all I know, you're
but can't prove that. Still, Kumo uploading a draft copy of the video Jar gave to Cine, which caused Jar to rush the video out, and that's how he got on Chud Logic's stream. And after Chud watched it on stream, someone from
the Cinebear Defense Force
leaked Jar's DMs with Cine to Chud Logic, where Chud made this really weird leap in logic based off of one message from Jar.
Okay, dude. Also, I'm going to try and reach out to Chud Logic. Oh, I remember liking his stream. I think with his help, along with the recording... You little fucking...
Link to Chud Logic video in the script. Yeah, no.
Bitch. You little wretch.
Yeah, the laughing at the beginning makes me think this is an act of performative anger for the camera. But I really haven't watched much of Chud in quite a long time. The problem with Jar, as it was made clear earlier, the dude doesn't understand the appeal of live streams or audience. They generally have a smaller audience, but a much more dedicated one. Also remember Beckett, who claimed...
And I think I actually DM'd Chud and was like, can you push on the Coyote stuff? I'm fascinated.
Beckett also had this to say about Kumo leaking the Jar video.
Do you know what? I'm going to give a fucking hot take here. Your video was basically done. Kumo disagreed with it. Kumo can be a fucking troll. Like, again, I'm not endorsing it. But also, I don't think it's like a cardinal fucking sin.
Which seems absurd to me. This is the same guy, Beckett, who later said this about Kumo in a video.
Child that's going to be abused by its stepfather, this group chat began after one stupid, drunken mistake. Perhaps appropriately, the first message from Kumo is a burning man, which is pretty ironic in hindsight. Once everyone's made their quirky introductions, they get to the business of talking about Cinebear's upcoming video. And a wonderful theme begins to emerge. This group basically constructed Cinebear's defense.
Yeah,
now I have it on testimony that quite a lot of things happen in calls, so we're only really getting a snapshot of the wider picture. But one thing I can confirm is that the idea that Kumo was trying to pull Cine away from this group to maintain some kind of control over the narrative does have legs, if for no other reason than the competing ideas and opinions within this group chat. Kumo's involvement in this group chat is actually kind of limited, at least for driving the narrative. Now there is a good reason for this. It's because Kumo pulled Cinebear into direct DMs so he could have those conversations privately. And now we hit point 1 of ACC gay-opping drama. No one trusts any of the other people they're conducting a gay-op with. This is basically exactly what Jar tried to do.
So how exactly did Jar try to do this, Beckett? Any proof of that? Or are you just throwing that in for no reason, or more likely for your sort of narrative that you...
Yeah, no, I don't think like Jar like let it gay up, but like I think it was also still like really stupid to like sit there and like give your video to someone that clearly doesn't like you? I mean, Goblin and Kumo have made it very publicly clear that they don't like Jar. So, like, given the video, why would they, like, give him any generosity and not leak it? It's just common sense.
He built up Kumo before he totally spazzed out and had to do the video, I guess. I don't even know why he followed up with that. Or is Beckett really that dumb that he didn't realize in all likelihood that this
the Cinebear Defense Force
was also trying to gay up Jar? Why Occam's razor shouldn't be applied every time, I really think it applies here. They say hindsight's 20/20. If that's the case, I think Beckett needs a new pair of glasses. Cause there's just so much other bullshit on this Beckett stream titled CopeCast JustARobot Saves Cine with Kumo. That seems to be in the aim of convincing the audience that Jar is a sexual predator of some type. At least that seems to be where the rhetoric takes certain people. That Jar had a thing for Cine, and that's why he defended her. But when it actually comes to actual evidence of that,
what Jar's done, it's pretty fucking similar, to be honest. He got overly, I mean, he really did get overly close to the story, to the person, and then just ran hard defense.
Yeah,
Jar's...
hold on. Thuman asked.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with, like, that take. That is genuinely what happened. Like, yeah, Jar did get way too involved in the story. Like, again, it went from, like, an interview with an alleged groomer at the time that he was looking into to just autistically talking about Star Wars and shows that he liked. Yeah, no, obviously he got way too invested.
It's a very big question. I imagine you don't want to pass this one up.
Sure. Didn't you say that Jar is a creep to most women he talks to, Kumo? Now, before you answer this, I also, so FPS Diesel played a clip on Chud's stream. I know that clip. I am well aware of the person that is being talked about in that situation. But Jar essentially is overly flirtatious with pretty much everyone he interacts with, by his claim. I have only seen him interact with women, and it seems very weird. With this, can we see some, like, have we got evidence of this? Have we got receipts from this?
Yes, I'd have to dig for them. Again, like, the Jar video was not meant to, like, I actually wasn't planning on talking about Jar so soon. Like, the way he, like, stuck his nose in this, it felt like a fucking... It felt like a CW show with, like, all the drama and all the names fucking coming in and sticking their nose in things and complicating shit. So I'd have to go back and dig. But fucking Laka, for example, actually reached out to me and told me she has contact, or that he has contact with Harsh Opinions. So I'll definitely pursue that tale and ask about that more in depth, because as far as, like, that goes, like, the relationship rumors, I think I clarified those are just rumors.
Yeah, there isn't a lot. Also, after that stream, Kumo goes on to talk to Cine with a rather outrageous claim about Jar.
You were freaking out that I was undermining Jar, and this, I did, honestly, in hindsight, I shouldn't have. I should have just let you go down that path. But you're freaking out that I tried to undermine Jar in your best interest. Like, I knew how this guy was. I warned you how he was. I told you what position you were in, and I was very conscious and scared on your behalf because of what position you're in. Jar could have raped you, and that's probably what he was trying to, like, that was probably his dream, his end goal.
I think that's the simplest way to explain why people believe Jar is a sex pest at the very best, or have Kumo's insane conspiracy-level theory about Jar's sexual antics at the very worst. There's a middle ground between those two that most people would be led to the conclusion, but there's a middle ground between those sort of ideas that I still think is very off. So why is Jar still getting shit for trying to make a video defending someone who might be a groomer or might not? Maybe he didn't do a great job as a defense attorney for this particular matter here. Maybe that's why Kumo was trying to get him out of the picture. Who the hell knows? I'm also curious why almost 9 months later, for a video that wasn't even on his channel for 48 hours, why Jar is really getting some of these comments still. Well, I know most of it, the telephone effect, people milking this down the line without understanding where all this insanity came from and just assuming it's all true. But not like Jar doubled down on it. The dude didn't double down. And on a related note, but sort of side note, do people actually believe the Chud is fair meme? Because he's not. Chud Logic is a drama streamer. He would tell you that himself. The same of Beckett of Cope and Zeve. Both of them don't just actually report on the drama, but they have to, create it in a certain way. When nothing big's going on, you gotta feed the audience. And I have a couple.
They didn't create, like, no one, like, coerced Jar to make the Cine video, and obviously they're going to criticize it. There's nothing wrong with people reaching out to the person who's, like, currently in hot water. They didn't create drama. You could say that it kept going because of that, because people were curious to what he had to say, but there was nothing, like, crafted here. There was nothing orchestrated. That's just disingenuous.
Well, theories of how this sort of went down that I briefly went into at the end of my last video that I don't want to bring over to this video, but might bring up on a stream very soon. The same can be said of Jar. Talking to him, he has his list for him to do so, even though I think they have some merit to them, and I'm not going to reveal them here, because even if he's correct with his guess, I don't think he's seen the big picture, is that these people really just want to make content, and pushing someone into the zone where you can do this with them is something that they seem to be good at. Because let's say Jar did another response, this would just reunite all this crap that just give those who exist in these little gated communities more Jartin. That's not my word for it, that's theirs.
I've seen some harsh comments about myself and my coverage, and I don't think they understand that none of us care.
See, they don't care. They want to find more people like Jar so they can create.
Okay, dude. Okay. They don't care, dude. Of course, like, no, obviously, like, I'm gonna be so real, right? If, like, you care about, like, what everyone in the internet says about you, right? Like, if it's, like, if you know it's not true, right, then you're just gonna look like a lolcow. Like, that's obviously what that means.
Their content. Hell, this reminds me a lot of fucking Lio Convoy. Someone that a lot of people have been milking for content recently. I could agree her media takes are rather god-awful, but I think it's more her sexual deviance and possible crimes. Allegedly. I can't prove it, so let me put that here, but it seems pretty solid to me. And by solid, I mean what information I know, which could be complete bullshit, but probably not. But does that really matter? When in doubt, they'll just, pluck someone from that person's family.
Also, just to answer everyone that's, like, talking about, like, you know, Aiden, like, wanting to call in, I shot him a DM and he hasn't said anything yet, so I am listening. I am looking. Like, that's, if he wants to have a conversation, fine, but I did shoot him a DM. He said nothing so far.
Fan base or supporter of some type to sort of prove how much of a spur that content creator, because their fan is, or their friend or associate, guilt by association is what I'm pretty much saying, to judge these people. In some cases, it might apply, but most of the time, who the hell knows? They form these little communities and just back each other up. It seems like, unless it's too hot, then they might backstab each other like Beckett sort of did with Kumo here, but Kumo gave Beckett no choice in the matter, of course. And, you know, instead of actually having anything grand or substance to say, hell, lolcow content, it's for some, and I can understand it. But try to turn people into lolcows who definitely on the borderline is questionable. And a lot of these streamers are practically puppet to their chatters. Yeah, that varies streamer to streamer and depends on who the chatter is most of the time. But at the end of the day, this is its own sort of content farm. But what they're farming is a little bit different than what someone like Illuminati or other people like that. See 8 Bomber Guy's video, even though I don't totally like 8 Bomber Guy, he was sort of on point with that for reference to that. And I think there's more styles with this sort of networking going on, which understandable given the rise in popularity and usage of social media like YouTube in this day and age. With that said, I'm done.
All right, well, that completes that video. But yeah, no, like, literally, like, it's not like I'm, like, trying to avoid a conversation. Like, if the guy wants to talk to me, right? I mean, I'll just show it right here, right? Like, if Discord decides to load. See? Like, at least, like, 6 minutes ago. I'm waiting, right? I said, did you actually want to talk, or is your audience trolling, right? I did say something, right? I did reach out. Like, because you guys are saying Aiden wants to talk. I know my Discord's a little shoddy right now, but yeah, I did say something. But to put a pin in that for now, to just talk about the video, yeah, no, it's, I feel like some things were obfuscated when it came to Jar. I think, honestly, like, let's see, like, because he left out, like, you know, Jar just completely changing that, because I don't think Vincent, unironically, like, I don't think Vincent believes that Jar only, like, changes his take to go on the winning side, when there's been, like, many cases you could point to with this. In fact, even the Cinebear being, like, one of the most of them, because, like, he made a first video talking about, like, how she was a groomer and, like, was guilty and everything. But it's, I don't know, it's tedious, because it's like, it's very clear that, like, he doesn't like it when people catch him on a lie. That's the reason why he's been, like, avoiding people who've, like, been, like, doing, like, further digging into him. Because, like, I mean, yeah, there is things that he's just not being, like, fully honest about. I think it's genuinely mental. But, yeah. I I'm gonna give Aiden like a little bit longer. I don't know if he said anything yet. Still nothing? Okay. Because if he says nothing, right, then I'm not gonna entertain it. Like, I'll give him a little bit longer. But if he says nothing, obviously, right? It's whatever, right? It's whatever. We could probably do it later. Maybe on his stream. Whatever. If he wants to talk to me, he wants to talk to me. He could reach out. I mean, if you guys are trolling, fine. It's fine. If you want to just stay here and watch, it's whatever, right? It's whatever. Don't care. But, yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, yeah. So, I'll give him a little bit longer, and then we'll go into, like, Falgi versus, like, Vincent Martin. Ugh. But yeah, no, like, what was some other things? Yeah, no, I don't think, because I think, like, yeah, like, even, like, I don't think it's creating drama to, like, simply criticize someone and, like, interview them for, like, what their thought process was during a situation either. I think that that's, like, just genuinely stupid. I think Vincent Martin could have potentially obfuscated information or just didn't do much research, if I'm being good faith, which kind of led him to this conclusion. And I think it just kind of gets, like, to, like, be, like, really kind of funny, in my opinion, because, like, Jar kind of, like, just backed this video that just filled with, like, a lot of misinformation in it and just, like, leaving out important details. And he said, well, at least someone did research into me. It's like, dude, what are you talking about, bro? Like, genuinely. Fucking hell. Dad. But anyways. Yeah, no. Still nothing on Discord. I'll just, like, go into, like, the next thing. Because, again, right, everyone's, like, you know, talking about this because he, like, you know, put a lot of attention on it, right? He put a lot of attention on it. And just nothing happened. Like, you know, nothing happened. Sorry. He put a lot of attention on it, right? And he's just surprised that, like, people were looking at the video that he proclaimed, right? Looked deeper into me than everyone else did. Vincent Martin obfuscated information or just didn't look into things and, like, left out a lot of key crucial details. Unironically, people who are more critical of Jar have had, like, put more effort into their videos. It's like a lot of the points that Vincent Martin brought up were just dumb. Like, I mean, it's just like Skit's own conspiracy. But whatever. We'll see. Yeah. Aiden kind of missed his chance right now. I'm gonna look at, like, you know, Falgi versus Vinton's, and hey guys, we'll see how that goes.
Really get what you are. I mean, there is a certain level of narrative control going on that I'm seeing. Do you think there's any
question
merit to
for
that?
Vincent Martin? Do you believe in the roast
the
game?
question would be, so my issue with that is, what do you mean by narrative control? Because when we're talking about narrative control, you're acting as if what the narrative other people are speaking about, so Beckett specifically or anyone else who has covered Jar in the past, that is a loaded term that, interestingly, is supposed to cast dispersions against.
Oh, shit. Okay. Evil stuff. Dude, my computer's, like, being actually fucking molested today. Let me refresh this. I think my stream's been, like, completely shoddy today. Don't understand why. Insane. Dude, fuck me. All right, let me try this. All right, I hope, like, this actually unironically, like, gets, like, you know, a better retention to it. Like, this doesn't lag anymore. I don't know why. My computer was just being gay. Let's see how it goes, though.
Kumo, right? Because
Correct.
even Kumo says, I didn't want you in contact with Jar.
Yep.
She contacts Jar outside of everything. Jar doesn't know about the Cine defense group. So it's not a gay op in that sense. It's in the sense of, well, of course, if Cine gives it the romantic goblin and nobody likes Jar from over there, yeah, they're going to publish it. But claiming that it's a cabal that is trying to get Jar.
I take each person in general with it. And the particular thing with that,
the controlled
ACC
opposition,
more aligned people like Cheery, however you say her name, the woke ass bitch. She calls herself that in the section of the video. Okay. That's a separate sort of.
Dude, my computer's just fucking fried today. Download more RAM. Dude, I should. Fuck me. All right. This. Okay, last attempt, bro. Fucking last attempt. Dude, this is so bad. I don't know why it's doing this today. I tried something. We'll see if it works. Dude, maybe it's just my computer's just not used to just streaming at this time. I have no clue. But I also turn off the game, so no more mindless gameplay. So this is rough. This is rough stuff. But yeah.
Group. And that's more aligned with Harley TBS, something I didn't even attempt to address.
Okay, so you're talking about Chuli.
Let's also change the quality down.
Okay.
Sherry is a different person, right? Again.
Yeah, truly sounds about right.
So here's the other thing. I believe you included Thuman in the video and other individuals, right?
I hinted at that. Yes.
Yes. So again, you don't believe any of these women. You've stated that you don't believe any of them because you haven't.
I believe they're filtering it through woke ass lens.
Why are you focused on the woke ass thing? I'm curious.
Because it's interesting. They say it themselves. Truly.
So let me ask you a question. Can anti-woke people not be sexually harassed?
Yeah.
What even is this conversation?
Anyone can be sexually harassed.
So why does it matter if it's woke?
It doesn't, but it's definitely gonna.
So you're lying.
Unalign.
So you're lying. So
no, it's
so
gonna.
you're lying.
Woke people are going to
So
be against anti-woke people.
But it's not about a woke versus anti-woke thing because then why?
Yeah,
would
it's a difference in.
So
values.
are you calling Beckett
There
woke?
is a difference in values.
Are you calling Beckett woke?
I don't know what Beckett is.
He's not.
Don't
Neither am
attempt to
I.
ask.
You also said that I'm not woke. I'm soy, but not necessarily not woke.
I don't know. This just doesn't seem like
Yeah,
something I would get held up on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Truly is the woke ass bitch by self-admission.
Okay, but then my question to you then is that
I mean, obviously, I don't really care about like the whole woke shit. I mean, like, I think like he's probably bringing up like woke versus anti-woke because it's just like a difference in ideologies and morals and values because obviously they're gonna like have conflicting beliefs, which is probably like gonna like his arguments probably from what I'm gathering that the only reason why they're clashing with each other is because they have like a different understanding of the world and a different view and how they like treat things and how they go about things. It's just I don't know. I personally would not get like too held up on this point, but yeah.
why does that matter? Because you by your own words said that an anti-woke person. You just said an anti-woke person.
And a
can
certain
also
video,
be sexually
Beckett
harassed.
says Jar was the token right wing member of the ACC. Okay,
Which
there
he
was a
was.
stream where he said that.
Which
yes,
he was.
He was. It's going to make him definitely a target for most of the people of the ACC. I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did without getting major pushback. He's very careful, very paranoid.
Yes.
No, I mean, like, realistically, if you're gonna have, like, an audience, right, if you don't moral grandstand and you just, like, build an audience off of your own morals and beliefs, your audience is not gonna be your worst enemy. Like, that's just what you do. If you just only, like, preach what you actually believe and you only show, like, what you truly are, then, like, that's not really... You're not gonna get an audience that, like, quote-unquote turns on you. Because what happens a lot in ACC, for why this happens, is people cater to an audience. People, like, try to, like, you know, see themselves as morally just and, like, this arbiter of justice, and then find out that they have, like, really bad skeletons in their closet, and then they get, they get, like, an audience turn on them because they were just lying to everybody the whole time. Like, that's the only reason why that happens. It happens a lot in ACC, sure, but, like, it's not really that hard to, like, you know, have an audience that's, like, okay with what you do normally, because there's a market for it, there's an audience for it, like, whatever, like, right, like, if you, even if you're a little edgy, who cares, right? Like, if you're gonna attract people who have, like, similar ideas and beliefs to you, so you're not gonna get a lot of shit for it regularly. But yeah, I don't know, it's whatever. So that's, it's not, I wouldn't say it's like a being careful thing, it's just more or less you attract people of similar minds. So it's like you're not going to get a lot of shit for it compared to someone who's just lying to their audience and not being who they truly are.
We both can probably agree on that, right?
Yeah, we could agree
Because
that
of
Jar is
his
incredibly paranoid.
particular-
He abuses substances. That probably makes him more paranoid.
Yeah, probably. At least marijuana is known.
Adderall,
Definitely
cocaine.
Adderall.
Adderall. Well,
Cocaine.
He admitted
I'm
to
sure he did.
admitted to using cocaine earlier. I have already tracked most likely where he got it
Yeah,
from.
I think he mentioned that to me also.
Pretty sure TCR leaked it.
He abuses his Adderall. That's why he requires the sleepy time calls, because he will use it in inopportune and unrecommended times. I know how the medication works.
Yep, so do I.
But again,
it's definitely...
why does the woke matter if that is not the context of the conversation? Because it sounds like you're grasping for a narrative that's not there. It sounds like you want narrative control.
No, I'm deconstructing a false narrative. Okay, that's all.
See, with Vincent Martin, I can't tell if like he's just genuinely like dumb enough, or he like just says a thing like what he sees. Like, I don't know. I just like picture the guy as like a little conspiracy theorist in my mind, but it's like I can't tell if it just comes from like lack of IQ or if he's just being malicious. Because like with some of the conclusions he came to, it's just fucking mental. It's like I don't know. Like it's funny though. It's funny at the same time, but it's just like really dumb.
Constructing what false narrative? That Jar doesn't have this history?
No, that Jar is not like Coyote Ugly in my particular video. I thought I made that clear. My critique of that sort of video can be found on my channel in a stream. I did a whole video critiquing just that video on its own before I made this
I thought
video.
your video was in critique of Beckett's video. Now it's in critique of Coyote Lovely, calling him Coyote Lovely in one offhanded stream.
That was the first narrative that I
thought your video totally was based on just that video. I'm sorry. Are you changing the story now?
No, I said 3 things in my comments.
But you just said that your video is specifically fighting against the Coyote Lovely narrative. But I thought you just said what you were trying to critique.
What did I say in my comment? Can you go back and read my comment where I fleshed it out? No,
but
this
I
is my
heard you read out
stance.
your
Don't
comment.
get me in the worst. Do not try to use.
Are you struggling?
What I say in this?
Are you struggling?
No.
Why are you struggling?
I'm not struggling. You're trying to reframe it.
I'm not reframing it. I'm using your words.
Yes.
I'm using your
my
words.
Okay.
Come on. Continue. So, is this video about...
Yes, he talked more about than the fucking Coyote Lovely point. Yes, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I missed a part where, like, Vincent Martin just fucked that up. But, like, lol. Yeah, Coyote Lovely was mentioned, like, for 2 clips. But, like, so was, like, you know, Beckett, like, reaching out for an interview. And, like, other things, too. Like, he was talking about, like, multiple things with Beckett. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe he fumbled it in the debate, but like, I just know like he talked about multiple things. So I don't know. Lol, I guess.
Beckett's video, or is it about the Coyote Lovely narrative? Yes or no? Or not even yes or no. Can you just clarify that?
I have a statement.
So
you comment you didn't respond.
You just said, yeah,
There's
because I have a
things.
life. I'm not going to respond to every comment.
Okay.
It's just funnier that you actually commented. And you skipped absolutely everything I said, but it's okay. Again, so is this...
Because we have different values, we focus on different things.
What values do you think I have?
I have no clue, but...
So why do we have different... How do you know we have different values?
Because we fundamentally do, obviously.
What values do you think I have?
I don't know what values you have, but they're clearly not in line with my values.
What are your values?
Does not rely on
what are your
these
values?
Insane... mind reading things by going over this.
What values do you think I have? Let's start there.
No, I am not going to.
What values do you have?
Let's see if they're
aligned. Let's see if they're aligned.
It is the social contract. You agree. You make a social contract with particular people, and you fall into agreement with them on a shared level. When someone breaks that agreement, you break the social contract.
Interesting. I don't agree to that. I actually...
Yeah, see?
No.
I figured as much.
No. Let me...
Well, yeah, I don't know, like, maybe, like, disagreement of values might be a stretch, but obviously, I think it's fair to assume that you guys are going to disagree if you're having a debate. Like, I don't... like, obviously, you disagree with the video, fair enough, right? But it's, like, obviously, there's going to be, like, a difference in values, I would say, for sure. Like, or, like, would difference in values be a stretch, though? Difference in points, maybe? But yeah, I don't know. It's I don't think it's unfair to assume that, but yeah.
Let me explain to you what my values
Okay.
are, because
That's fine.
Because if you have followed me a little bit long enough, you would see that I always try to keep the peace, because the way that I try to do it is I try to befriend people of different backgrounds and of different contents, and even people that don't like each other. And unfortunately, that has burned me way too many times in the year that I've been streaming.
It typically does.
Yeah, but I still try to do it because I still see the good in people, right? I still think that that's important.
Okay.
It's not a. It's not
You're
a
more of
quote-unquote
a
woke
optimist than me then.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But again, why does the value of that or any value matter regarding Jar? Because by that transitive property, I should be more fair to Jar.
Then why aren't you?
Because there's evidence that proves otherwise. And
that he's a liar. You have evidence that he's a liar.
Yes.
That's your evidence, is the fact in that call you think that claims makes him a liar.
No, it's the totality of his interactions on the internet regarding the Cinebear drama.
Okay. So it's death by a million paper cuts is what you're saying.
No, it's his contradictions and continued statements on it, right? As well as the fact that, yes, he has sexually harassed women. It's just a fact, which is, it is what it is. But if you're saying that they're all lying, people who are not connected to one another, I don't know what to tell you. There are people that
was it clear to Jar that he was sexually harassing that woman at the time?
Okay, so this is going to be an argument of intentions. Okay, so I think you could still commit an action without intending to, right? Because I think it's fair for both sides. Like I think it's fair. Like I'm willing to give good faith that Jar probably didn't mean it like that, right? But I also think it could be fair for a woman to perceive it as creepy and disgusting, because some of the things, even like with Mally, right? He was talking about like how he was like, he just like is so ripped right now. Like he's got like gym selfies and he could like send it over, and like I was saying, even like weird stuff where it's like I'm not like, we should like talk. It's not like I'm saying like I'm gonna hold a gun to your head and we're gonna do it, but like, I just want to talk, And it's like, I can understand, like, like even if his intentions are not to freak her out or not to be creepy or not to be weird, I could understand on the receiving end of how they could, take it like that. And it doesn't help his case also that he had HR reports about like his actions to women as well at work, which, to be fair, don't know the specifics of it, right? Could have just been a genuine autistic mistake, right? But I mean, I'm fully willing to say he didn't intend to do it, but I'm also willing to say I could understand how it could be received as such from the people that it affected, which that could be considered sexual harassment, even if it was unintentional.
Why would that matter?
Jar,
Why
do
would
you
that
think
matter?
Jar thought he was sexually harassing that woman at the time?
Who cares? I'm sorry.
I care. Okay?
Why does that matter? Why does that actually matter?
What Jar? Because why does it matter if Jar knew what he would be considered sexual harassment to the person he was talking about? This seems a little bit crazy.
This will be a conversation of severity.
Jar is Jar under a conservatorship of some kind? I don't know. Like, are you saying that he's too autistic to understand what boundaries are?
No, he has a different set of values at the end of the day of what would constitute as sexual harassment. What would count as racism?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. So there are
What?
values set to sexual harassment. Interesting. What are the value sets that you have against for sexual harassment? What do you consider sexual harassment?
This isn't about what I consider sexual harassment.
No, it is.
here.
What do you consider sexual harassment? You made the video. What do you consider sexual harassment?
Okay,
Okay, yeah, I mean, I think this will be an interesting conversation because with sexual harassment, there can be a gray area, right? Like, technically, right, I think if your definition of sexual harassment was to make simply, like, sexual jokes without, like, seeing if, like, they consent to it, that you could probably argue in some other instances where if, like, that was, like, just someone's normal humor where they just make sexual jokes in general, right? And they just do that to, like, with their friends. You could technically argue maybe, but, like, I don't know. Because this could have some gray area in it. I think obviously the bold stance that I would say is any like non-consensual like comments and like like statements made to like the person that like I guess like actually really anybody really It could happen to anybody. But any like non-consensual, like, you know, interactions given to them, right, that they are clearly not comfortable with, I think could be deemed as like sexual harassment. Yes, if we're gonna have a conversation like this. Like if I had to like put like a bold statement on it, I would say, like, to try to clean it up a bit more. Anything that could be sexual, right? Or just like creepy or uncomfortable, right? I like any of that in that nature said to either like the opposite sex or the same sex, depends how you turn, right? Anything said to that person unwillingly without checking to see if the person's okay with it could be deemed as such. Like I believe that. Like that could be deemed as such. Obviously, it's hard to put a blanket statement on this because there's certain things where it's like sometimes in friend groups, it's okay to like, you know, like some people like are cool with that. That's just the humor of the friend groups. That's just like, you know, the environment that they're in. So it's like, yes, so if I had to like put a bold thing, it would have to like really rely on the fact that it's clearly unwanted and you're doing it anyways. And that it could happen because like then I feel like it could also happen unintentionally too. So it's like yes, I think unwanted interactions could still happen unintentionally. So even if Jar didn't intend for it to come off that way, I could understand like again on the receiving end of how they took it as such. So yeah,
He would have said no, no, no. Okay, and explicit, like, don't talk to me that way. That would have been a direct, like, dude, don't talk to me that way. Is how she could have shut that down.
So do you think
Really
so do you think the multiple times that no, we're not leaving this. Do you think the multiple times that when Mally says, "Hey, I don't want to hang out with you. Hey, I don't want to hang out with you. Why are you talking about me behind my back?" You think those aren't no's?
They aren't being direct enough for someone like Jar to pick
Oh,
up
so
on
they
them.
have to be direct enough to be they have to be as direct as you to be sexually harassed, right?
Nope.
So when they say, "Hey, you're harassing me," continually and constantly, even when there's a separate... Do you know about the Mally call?
Yes, I know about the Mally call.
Do you think that he's harassing her then? When he threatens to use his audience against her?
Why are we bringing up all these outside
Why are you so
things?
silent? Come on. Put it together. It's a picture.
Am I on mute? No.
No.
I do not
put the picture
accept
together.
it. I do not accept your conditions, okay?
What? You don't accept
You
my
cannot
conditions?
force.
What do you mean?
Yes. Your assertion.
okay, Falgy's like saying
I'm
like
not
objective
gonna play this
reality.
game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mally was clearly like not want like that goes for like a lot of people at VidCon. They clearly did not want to interact with the guy Jar, right? Because like even like I think like if walking like going back to like Calamara's video, right? All these girls were pretty much like meeting up for like the first time like in person, or like they don't really do this much and they Airbnb. So it was already like like, you know, a little awkward and nerve-wracking, I think is a way to put it, for them to meet each other, for people that they're comfortable with and like, right? But it was already nerve-wracking for that. So imagine how it is for a guy that they all just dislike and they've made it known that they dislike. You know, it's obvious, like, you know, try to, like, interact with them, like, you know, try to chase them around a VidCon to, like, you know, get, like, you know, talks with them. Like, even with Ponder, bro. It's like, I remember having a talk with him. He said, I was going to go to Ponder Sprocket and be like, did you see a Kumo video on you? Which is very terminally online. It's funny, right? It's very terminally online, though. You know Ponder doesn't like you. Look, you know Ponder doesn't like you. You know some of these people don't like you, right? But you're still going out of your way to try to have conversations with them in person. It's like, why? Clearly, like, I just don't understand the reason. It feels like you're poking the bear, like, at the very least, if I'm going to be super good faith. It feels like you're poking the bear and just, like, try to start shit. Like, that is genuinely, like, you know, like, my takeaway with that. Like, I don't know why you would even try to do that. That's just weird. Like, that, well, not just weird, but that's just... You could argue a boundary cross, because, like, they don't like you, but you're going out of your way to, like, try to find them and interact with them. It's like, why? So much effort to talk to someone that just doesn't want to talk to you.
if you want to keep going down this path, go ahead. You can make all the arguments of Jar. I told you my focus. This has been my focus this whole time.
So what you're saying is that you would purposely leave information out.
I have
so you don't value
within this case.
Okay, so what you value.
I'm focused on the narrative of Beckett with the sort of critique of the actual video of Freak that Beckett
So you don't.
together.
So what you don't value is the truth. Because
that's not the truth. That's the
so you know you lied in the
video,
right? So you know he was lying in the video, and you know that you don't care that you lie, right? Right?
No, I don't know anyone's lying. As far as
I thought you said the women
you're
were lying.
lying
I
to
thought
me
you said
now.
that you thought the women were lying.
You were pressing me on that.
I think, to be fair with Vincent, even though I have my thoughts on him, I think he was more saying that they were exaggerating the truth, which you could argue is still lying, right? Disingenuous. But like, I think like there's a difference between just making something up versus like stretching a truth that has a basis. Like clearly, I think that would like be a good way to like set difference, because there's a difference between something that happened but you're stretching the details to make it worse than it was, whether it's intentional or unintentional, or you're just like making something out of the air, like just for no like just because you dislike the guy. I think that is like interesting. Like I think that would be kind of important to set into stone. Personally, I think like Vincent Martin was more claiming stretching the truth, like with there being an original basis of the claims versus just saying it's completely false, and that is important to like put here, because yes, if he was claiming that they were just 100% lying, there's no evidence to even say that they lied. There's actually more evidence to say that it did happen, given like DMs and like VidCon videos and like all this shit. Like there's so much evidence to say like VidCon stuff happened. It's actually insane. So yeah, that would actually be really dumb if like Vincent Martin tried making that argument.
I would sort of stray that way, but I did not say for sure I know that
you're
they're lying.
So you know that they're lying though, because you don't have proof of it that they're lying.
Yes, but that's a position you pushed on me. I said I didn't want to answer that because I could not judge that completely.
So you know you published false information in your video. Okay, that's fair.
No, what false information in my video?
My question.
What
here's my question.
Information in my video? What is the false information in my video?
Vincent's not good at handling this,
there is a concerted effort to create Jar as a lol cow. He was content. Now, again, I would agree with Himpleton. But again, what you are asserting is that the women were lying and they're playing it up.
No,
very interesting. Do you know that Jar was part of the contributing factors of Jade and Animations for coming out as asexual?
How does that have to do with my video? Why are you adding all these?
Well, there's a person who's saying no, I don't want to be sexualized. She said no. Should he have not stopped?
Did he?
I'm sorry. She came out publicly and said it. Are you aware of that?
No. Wait.
Vincent should have done more research. He should. See, this is also why, like, if I had to take a lucky guess, right, and this is not me, like, trying to give, like, an overwhelming amount of good faith or anything like that. This is just me genuinely thinking, like, what went down. Obviously, take it with a grain of salt. I think Vincent Martin wanted to look into, like, the Jar stuff, right, and interview Jar, and Jar was probably a little like, disingenuous with some of the things, which led Vincent to look at certain things. And I think he put like a lot more faith and belief into Jar than what actually happened, because Jar, I don't know why, like whatever, like I even asked him certain things, he wasn't going to give like resources for it either. It was really bizarre. Like I even like pressed him on some things like before, like in like the casual call and like confrontation call. It's like for things he wasn't willing to give things. So it's like, I don't like this. The thing I would say for this, if this is the case, to not just fully trust the person you're interviewing, if there's obviously like an overwhelming amount of people being critical of them, obviously you got to like view all sides. I think like, there's a possibility that they didn't look into some of this stuff because it wasn't either brought up, so there wasn't like full honesty, or he just listened to Jar's explanation of it and didn't like further dig into it. That's personally like what I feel like might have happened.
What did she say?
She was coming out of asexual because she didn't appreciate that people were making NSFW art of her character. She had asked about it. Right? So do you not think that he was not a part of a contributing factor for that because he's part of a community that would create that because he specifically commissioned somebody to make lewd art of her? And I'm not going to go with the pedophile argument because A, Jar is not a pedophile from any knowledge in the universe. We don't know that. And B, he did not know that artist was 17. That artist lied to him. So again, do you not think that a person who has asked people to not create NSFW art of them, and then Jar then commissions it after the fact, is not a contributing factor, and that is not her saying no?
I don't know. Okay.
So your research is incomplete. Okay, good to know.
I mean, yeah.
So, what do you believe a retrospective is? What do you think the object of the video was, and how do you think a retrospective is happening?
Retrospective.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going with this?
Because I'm asking you, do you know what a retrospective means? Do you understand the point of Beckett's video?
Dude. Bro.
Why is it taking so long to answer?
Oh, he was muted.
Because
would you like me to look up?
Would
you like me to look up the definition of retrospective for you? I have no problem doing that. Hold up. Let's do that. Retrospective. Let's do that real quick. I could pull it up.
Oh God. Okay.
I'll even do it from where's Webster's? There we go. There's Webster's. Perfect. So Webster's.
Are you just gonna talk at me this whole time?
I'm asking you a question and you're not answering.
Okay, I mean, to be fair, he was muted because of like real life stuff. That unlucky tactical family of interruption, dude. It's awful. Evil stuff even happening. But yeah, no, I mean, to like not completely like, go away from the first point because they moved on, but like just my last thing to say on it. Obviously, there was a lack of critical like research that would have been in the video. And now the debate, like the conversation to be had would be whether it's one of two things. One is he either intentionally obfuscated information to like try to defend Jar, or two, he just didn't research that much. And to be honest with you, considering he didn't really know some of the stuff, like at least like in the call claiming it, I'm willing to believe the latter, that he just didn't know that. Like I think he did poor research, which is still very fair to criticize, yes, especially if you're defending someone. If you're not doing great research while defending someone, then yeah, that is a fair critique to have on someone. So yeah, but I'm more leaning onto that than like a malicious thing here. But yeah.
And
I don't have to answer it.
I guess
so
you're
avoiding the question. So you fundamentally don't understand what a retrospective video is.
Oh God! So you're using the genre defense.
I'm not using a genre defense.
Okay.
If you don't understand, if you fundamentally don't understand a video, how can you critique it properly?
Oh, I see what you're going. You're using my own criticism against you. Against me.
No, I'm not. I actually understood what your video was. You just didn't answer any of the criticisms. But again, I'm asking
the
you
criticism, you can't accept that I'm focused on certain aspects within that video, within this video, and sort of explaining the context around that, and not actually making any particular moral judgments about Jar in general, just that this was a gay op that he was set up with, which is something you agreed with. And you don't,
I specifically with
Himpleton.
No. Let it be clarified. With Kumo and Himpleton, yes. With Beckett and the women of the ACC who had instances with him, absolutely not. That's not how that works. Himpleton, of course, gay opt him.
I mean, yeah, Himpleton literally like admitted it publicly that he gay opt. Like it was accidental, admittedly, for him doing that, but still he did it. Like that. I mean, to be very blunt, like he literally like accidentally like went on a Flatly stream of all places and was like, "Yeah, I'm gay opping Jar." Dude, like he got fucking touched, dude. But yeah, God. But yeah, he was recording every confrontation he had with Jar, and then now it's all leaked. That's a successful gay op. Yes, Himpleton, easy, right? Kumo. Gay opping, it's not. I don't think he sent someone like Jar's way to get like to fuck him up. I don't know. Would there even be enough like information to say like, because the only way I could see it as like a gay op is like if he like sent Cinebear, because I think he asked Cinebear to look at it, but yeah, maybe you could make an argument there. I feel like it's more obvious with Himpleton than it would be for Kumo in my opinion though. But yeah.
What the fuck are we all like? Are we stupid? Okay. Yes, but even Himpleton agreed
with
to
Kumo.
it.
Same thing most likely with Kumo.
Kumo.
Something that freaking Beckett went along with, helped along with.
Again, that's in the beginning of that live stream, but time moves in a linear fashion. He didn't know about the Defense League until later.
But in that video, he said
no.
Jar
in the live
was
stream,
trying to gay op.
Live
I'm
stream.
Back to the video. The one that I said I was trying to critique. You can disagree with my critique of it. Okay.
But your critique is fundamentally incorrect because you're not...
fundamentally incorrect because it's a retrospective.
No, not because it's a retrospective. You're just wrong. You're just wrong. Why don't you pull up the timestamp of what you're speaking about and we could discuss it?
Because I don't have to at the end of the
Okay,
day.
so you can't do it. Okay.
Okay, that is another thing too. It's like, Vincent, you agreed to call Falky. Like, why is it like whenever like we're trying to like talk about like a new point, it's like your first response is, well, I don't have to do that. Yeah, no shit, you don't have to do that. But like at the end of the day, if that's your response, then why are you even calling? Like, why are you calling in, right? Like, why are you even talking to him if you don't have to do it, right? Yeah, it means like you don't want to engage with it. And if you don't want to engage with it, what's the point of like, having the conversation in the first place?
Interesting. So every time.
Yes, I'm not focused on that particular section.
Do you know what Jar actually said to Mally at VidCon? She's actually in the chat because she is constantly saying, I said no multiple times. So she fixed the definition. Yes.
I saw those DMs, okay?
Okay, so
I read them.
So you just said that they weren't saying no hard enough.
Sorry, I did. But yeah, no, like every time that Jar like tried to hang out with Mally, they've like turned him down, right? It's very clear that these two people don't like each other, and she did turn him down multiple times, right? So it's like, yeah, I don't. What more did you want? Did you want her to go like, Jar, leave me the fuck alone, you fucking freak? Like I don't know. Like I guess that's stern, right? That probably would have worked first try, but there's clearly a boundary being set, and like Jar wasn't respecting it. That's the argument that's being had here.
That they weren't being direct. Like,
she did say no. She was being direct. So are you saying that she's lying?
She said don't do that. Yes, he was.
So don't do that is not a no?
Okay.
Don't do that is not a no?
Yes, it's a no.
So you're wrong. Okay, so you're wrong. Okay. So part of your narrative is incorrect. That the women together are gay-opping them because they were never direct
No,
enough.
I never said they were gay-opping them. I said specific people gay-opped.
No, because when you're highlighting something, when you're highlighting a part of your video, you put Thuman's channel up, specifically in relation to the video that she created. You're talking about a cabal of people. She is another person who interacted with Jar.
It's kind of funny because like Thuman's like pretty much said like nothing publicly about Jar for like over a year. It's really funny to me because it's like she hasn't even uploaded for like fucking like a whole year or whatever. And like during like when like Jar was getting called out, right? Most of the people like this is another thing that I feel like is important context that's being missed by Vincent, right? The girls, like the art girlies, right, didn't even call out Jar in this heat of the moment. You could make an argument for Mally, right? You can make that argument because she leaked the call during this time, right? But like Ponder Sprocket made their thing a while ago, right? Like I think it was like 2023 or whatnot. And Calamaria like talked about it after the fact. And Chuli talked about it after the fact. It was brought to light because the thing is, the girls didn't make it public. What happened was Jar told Lio, Lio told Kumo, and then Kumo went to Chud and Hippleton's stream and made it a public spectacle. So it's like the claim comes from Kumo because he leaked it. Because like it's essentially like it's kind of funny because the VidCon stuff with Jar really only got leaked because of a domino effect that Jar started. It had nothing to do with the art girlies or whatnot. It's really funny to me. It's genuinely funny because like the girls did not like do anything really like that. Again, you could make an argument for like maybe Mally who like leaked the call around this time about like the sponsorship, which yeah, I think you could probably have a conversation about that and say, hey, you're leaking calls like just only right now just because it's relevant in the drama. That's a little cringe when you could have done this 2 years ago. You could make that argument. You genuinely could, but overall, people like Ponder, people like Calamara, people like Chuli, it's like they only talked about it when like it was already leaked by Kumo. So it's like, I don't understand how this would be like a controlled gay op by like the girlies when they didn't even like make it public to begin with. But yeah. I don't know. It's just genuinely insane to me.
So you're saying Thuman is also lying. So what you're saying is everybody is lying, even if they show that they said no. So you need to show them that they said no. So they all have to come to you and say, "Hey, I didn't say this. Hey, I didn't say this." Very interesting.
I'm saying there's a tribal bias against Jar's worldview and not understanding that.
Sure.
So you think that Interesting. So you think that there's a tribal thing because of him being like not woke, anti-woke, whatever the fuck you want to call it?
Yes.
What's your proof for that?
That he considers himself anti-woke and she considers herself woke.
So that's proof enough for you? Not
that she has a bias against his worldview and his certain set of values? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen it the opposite way. Anti-woke considers the woke the wrong way, okay? They should be destroyed.
Having like a different clash of biases doesn't automatically mean that you're gonna like, sorry. Having different clash of values doesn't automatically mean that there's gonna be a bias. That's what I meant to say. So it's like, I understand that you're saying like there's like a clash of like worldviews, but that doesn't inherently mean that people are just like biding their time to go after the person of like different values. You would have to like prove intention for that. And based on like what's like publicly available and how like things went down, that's like, if they really were trying to like kick Jar when he was down, they would have made their stuff public. It wouldn't have to have been leaked by Kumo like that. They would have made their stuff public. So it's like, I don't understand this whole thing of like, well, they were just biding their time to leak this at the right moment, because that's just not what happened.
So why does it's okay?
Tribal mindset.
Okay. But why does that matter regarding the retrospective video and highlighting the fact that there is evidence of Jar harassing women and doing other things in the space?
He thought he was friends with the women, okay? It was
no,
obviously not something. Not
Jar and
true.
Mally were
He
not
thought
friends.
He used to be friends, or he could be friends.
Name one woman. Maybe Ponder. All right, you might have an argument for Ponder. Calamara? Fucking Chuli? Fucking, what was it? Mally? Dude, what are you on about? Name one. The only other person I could think of that's probably like friends was like Harley at the time. That's not like a, art girly. So it's like, what do you mean? A lot of these people were very public about disliking the guy. So it's like, you have to like point to an example, bro.
He went to VidCon and thinking maybe I can connect with at least one of these people. Was there other people he DM'd during that time? Do you know? You have more insider knowledge, I'm betting.
I'm speaking specifically about the women, please. I know that I believe he says that he attempted to, but that's not the point. And if I have more insider knowledge than you, the person who made the video, who is critiquing the Jar Freak retrospective, and those DMs are in the video, shouldn't you also know that?
Dude. Fucking clocked. Dude.
Again, so let's read it.
Oh my God.
If you want me to share
just
my
radio silence
on this thing, so it doesn't really matter. JustARobot says, want to meet up at 12 at the water fountain. Mally Malware. I'm not at VidCon anymore. Go home and rest, so nah. Enjoy your day. JustARobot. I meant tomorrow. I also left. JustARobot. I think it closes at 9 or 10 p.m.
Yeah,
nah, I'm good.
Just
I got a
the
lot
stream
to do.
now.
Hmm?
Thank you for coming by.
What?
This is all
you're
I
ending?
have here.
You're ending?
What?
Are you running?
Done.
Vince, are you running?
Nope. I'm ending the stream.
My stream is still going. I've been streaming. Why don't we keep talking?
Because I don't have to, jackass.
Dude, what? No!
He fucking ran!
What the fuck?
Yo! He fucking ran! Oh,
God.
no, chat.
Bro.
Vincent ran!
Why? Why would you do that to yourself? Dude, you got showed evidence that like completely mogs your point, and your response to that is, well, it looks like I'm ending stream. See ya, fellas. Like, what the fuck? Dude, he didn't even get through all the DM logs. Holy fuck me. Fuck me. I think like he had like, an epiphany that he realized that he fucked up. And just like, it was like, no, but like chose like the worst way to react to that epiphany. Holy fuck. Does he come back? There's no way, right?
Oh, no. Oh, buddy. Oh, no.
Dude.
Ran.
What the fuck, dude?
No. listen, I don't do that very often. I don't like the gay debate tactic shit. But holy moly, and yes, as a gay man, I will say that. Holy shit. You know what?
Okay.
I'm
Dude. Now we're never gonna get like another confrontation out of this guy. Dude. What the fuck? He can't come back from that, dude. Dude. That looks horrible. That genuinely, oh my god, I'm gonna reopen Terraria for that one. I got some things to say about that one. Holy fuck me. Dude. Fuck. What the hell? My god. If it ever opens, by the way, fuck. I'm just speechless, bro. I'm fucking speechless, mate. Is it not gonna open? Question mark? I wonder if Terraria is actually like the thing that like destroys my streams. Actually, you know what? Let me close a few little tabs here. Dude. This is just insane, though. That... Fuck. Dude. Oh my god. I'm at a loss. Loss for words right now. Dude, if like, this thing just like loads up, that'd be awesome. This would be good news. He ended his own live stream when he could have kicked up. Still looks like a weenie, and he never comes back. Dude. What the fuck, man? He's just... I'm at a loss for words for that one, mate. Fuck me. Okay. Why would you do that? I think, like... I was, like, even trying to, like... Because, like, again... Not too fond of Vincent Martin. I think, like, the guy's, like, borderline, like, a conspiracy theorist, right? But it's, like, at the same time, bro. At the same fucking time. You came to this shit without, like, any evidence for your claims, bro. You're cooked. You're fucking cooked. Why would this thing work? Hold on. Dude. He's touched. I'm genuinely impressed, but, like, not really. What the fuck? God. I don't know. That is a horrendous look. Because, like, yeah, no, now I'm wondering, right? If it really was, like, just lack of research and now he just looked like an idiot. God. That is awful. That is genuinely fucking awful. Oh, God. I feel like I'm at a loss for words. Dude, I'm also, like, mindlessly playing this awesome game. Wait, hold on, I'm forgetting a thing to use. Dude, I'm just amazed. I'm fucking amazed. How does one fumble that hard? It doesn't even come back because that looks like pussyfoot. That looks so fucking pussyfoot. I'm amazed. It's awesome stuff. Okay. But yeah, no. He clearly didn't do that good of research. I think that's been made very clear now. Okay, I think that's been made very painfully obvious. Fuck me, man. Holy shit. But yeah. Deleting all your social media. Bro made Jar look like less of plus. Yeah, this is the guy. This is the guy that Jar, you know, put faith in. Not to be that guy, but it's like, only person that looked into him. You know how bad that look makes Jar look like now? Because it's very clear he didn't look into... He didn't even, like, research the video he was having basic criticisms on. That's awful. Dude, what the fuck? That's insane. Oh, God. I don't know. I'm impressed. How does one do such a thing? But yeah, no. Is it malicious intention? I mean, if he's running, I don't know. That's gonna be the conversation, really. It's like, whether it was malicious or not. I'm not fucking sure. Like, I think the guy's just, like, genuinely like an idiot. Because, like, I don't know. I've seen Vincent Martin, like, make insane claims about people before and do, like, insane digging or whatnot. Which is just, like, cool for you. I mean, everyone's obviously, like, free to, like, their opinion and making content and whatnot. But, like, he conceded to so many things. It was awful. It was just so bad. I don't know, dude. I don't know how you fuck up that badly. Reading is hard, dude. I think the worst part about it is, Opblock didn't even like read through like most of the DM before the guy ran. This is awful stuff, dude. Fuck me. I don't even know how this, like, realistically, how does this guy come back from that? I'm surprised, personally, I'm surprised that his fucking jar video is still up, frankly. That's amazing to me. Like, I'm surprised that, like, you would think, I wonder if he corrected the record. He looks so bad, though. Oh, I'm getting overpowered. I'm getting mugged. Yep, there we go. Dude, what ace? My dyslexia. Sheesh. Oh, yeah, what's up, Opblock? Dude, I just fucking, like, lost this thing right now. Fuck, my portal! My portal! God. Falgi, you got mugged. I'm sorry to say. You got touched. If I'm gonna be frank with you. You got owned. You got absolutely violated. Absolutely destroyed, right? There's no coming back from it. Vincent Martin, most genius person I've seen in a while. And you just gotta learn to accept that, Falgi. You gotta learn to accept that. Dude. Did he really not say anything? Hold on. Let me check. There's gotta be something, bro. There's gotta be something. My God. He has to have said something, bro. Please. Don't do this to yourself. Don't do this. Don't destroy yourself over this shit. Okay. Let's check his channel out. This is awful. Genuinely, but let's he still has his stream up, dude. That is confidence right there, bro. Fuck. Absolutely getting obliterated. Dude, please tell me you cleared up something. No, you didn't. You didn't. God. Okay, let's see if like his other socials like have anything. This is bad. Bro, fuck me. I can't see his Twitter. I don't even know if he has a Twitter anymore. Fuck. Yeah, planning to do a boarding stream sometime this week, criticizing CopeCast video on JustARobot. No clue what time or day, but if that sounds interesting to anyone, keep a lookout for that. I'll try setting a time at least an hour or two before I start the stream. Yeah, dude. You've been looking into this for over like at least 4 weeks, dude. At least. When did this video even come out? 2 days ago. Okay. Comparing old commentary standards to Twitch poll artists. What are you on about, bro? Bro. God. Radio silence. Radio fucking silence. I'm very curious. I'm very curious. Like how this guy's like, come back to things. I'm very, very curious. But I guess only time will tell. God, that was awful. See if he left a pinned comment. That's a good idea. Let me check. So yeah, I have like no idea if like the guy has a Twitter or not. No idea. Can't find it. Let's see. Okay. The only thing is from like 2 minutes ago, where he like talks about like we'll do a follow-up stream going over additional information to make any corrections if need be, address any criticism, and clarify a couple of points made in this video. Opening section, allegedly in the video, I can't confirm if this is true, but as Beckett mentioned in his video on Kumo and the Cine Defense Force, that they did a lot in VC for their gay ops. The recording session that I had with the JustARobot, Lio Convoy told Jar to talk to Beckett. Actually, I'm very curious. Do you have like the full interview with them? Link to the record session that I had with Jar. Okay, I'm very curious of that. I'm very curious to see like what Jar had to say. Blood, you highly defended this guy off of a 6-minute interview, dude. I'm touched. I'm touched. It's over. It's fucking over, dude. It's so fucking over, man. Okay, let's see some shit. All right, let's put this at normal speed. Put the quality down because it's just
to do with like attacking Crystal was the conversation where Lio is clearly coaching Peaches with what's saying Crystal's coaching.
All right, let's actually put the quality up a little bit. Dude, this is so fucking touched. Okay. If you know, fuck it. Maybe it's just the tab being weird.
Features would bring this.
Of course, it's gonna play right after I click on the refresh. Fuck you, computer. Fuck you. Fucking making me crash out over here. Dead. Okay. I'm very curious to hear this full 6-minute interview that the guy had. See, personally, me, I had a 2-hour casual call and an hour interview because there was just a lot to talk about. 6 minutes, I can't even begin to fathom how much like you really had a conversation with them about. I've already seen some clips, so it's like I can't imagine how much was really truly talked about in this. It's Sid. But curious if my computer would just stop cucking the content.
To do with like attacking Crystal was the conversation where Lio is clearly coaching Peaches with what's saying Crystal's coaching Peaches would bring this thread out, and you can make these statements and it will be fine.
I think the issue with that, I don't mean to interrupt, but I think the issue with that was that they were actively trying to like control the narrative. They weren't being like honest. They were actively trying to they were adjusting, they were trying to help Peaches adjust and better plan out how to manipulate the audience is what that kind of came off as. I don't know if that was everyone else's take, but that was my issue with the coaching in that scenario. It just seemed like they're like, oh fuck, we know that we're this is a losing battle. How can we like manipulate everyone to be on to like continue being our sycophants?
Yeah, no,
and here's the bit where you have to pay attention. I want your reaction to here.
Oh, okay, because like I knew all of this so far, and I was like, huh, okay.
Yeah, and I don't think you've done the same thing here. I'm more, again, in the same way that Jar's like, oh, you know, people are going to say he's the next Coyote, which I am going to start saying, by the way, because he has done exactly what Coyote tried to do.
So he's saying you're doing exactly what Coyote's doing. I find this a little bit insane.
Yeah, Coyote was like talking very sexually, extremely sexually, making advances towards Sappho, and also being like, hey, let's move into, they were like planning to move in together, and they met through I believe Zarcarlo, Coyote's roommate. I did not do exactly what Coyote did. Like, I had no plans to meet up with her IRL. I had no plans. I didn't goon with her. I didn't share any porn with her. I didn't hire someone to draw Cine doing stuff to a 14-year-old like Coyote did. The 14-year-old Sona, to be more precise, not as bad, but still pretty bad. Sorry for shouting there.
No, I'm just getting your... Did you even watch this before you decide to go on? Did you know about this live stream of Beckett here?
No, not at all. Like, you need to understand there's like a billion, trillion live streams going on at any given time. There's just like, I'm going to be real here. Who the fuck watches live streams?
Most of the stuff's
there's
in the
an
video
audience
so
for
far.
it. Usually they have a parasocial relationship with the content creator they watch, typically.
I would imagine that was missed.
Yeah, it's generally the core audience, and that's who Beckett seems to be catering to. And I'm just saying, I don't know why the fuck, after listening to this, I would have checked what Beckett had to say to Kumo, because...
Do you think that, like, so like,
this is even the worst part.
Back, Cine's original response was going to be hours and hours and hours and long of this like autistic ranting. And I mean, the video that she did release was like an hour and a half of autistic ranting.
I think it was like under an hour.
Was it under an hour? Fuck.
I think it was like almost 40 minutes.
Do you think that? Do you think your approach was different to? Do you think that other people who gave?
I'm gonna jump ahead in this. Checking my notes.
Trying to damage control more than you.
Because this is easy.
Or like as opposed to your approach. Sorry, I want to be careful about my language.
I think anything
jump ahead a little bit. 30 minutes.
And like what happened on his stream and all the insanity, I feel like this conversation was like valuable. I hope it was to you as well. I mean, again, I don't think my position's particularly changed on this stuff. I understand where you're coming from, and I don't want to see you get unfairly lumped in with things like the shit Jar is doing.
Like that, for example.
Yeah, he was calling Cine sweetheart. Now I want to make this clear. I don't think, like, well, I do think it's possible that Kumo was trying to do something with Cine, especially because of the fact he was acting like a jealous boyfriend the whole time. I don't believe he had any intentions until I found out that apparently Kumo's girlfriend, this is just a rumor I heard Kumo's girlfriend lives in the UK. So I'm like,
who cares?
If Kumo sounds American, so I'm like, I don't know.
Who cares?
Yeah, I think he wanted to use Cine thing as a whataboutism. I have that later on in the notes.
What the fuck was Jar even like trying to say there? It's like, I don't know, man. Long distance relationship. Like what? What? Are you trying to make the implication that like Cine would have been like, you know, closer within the same country and like he was like trying to go for it? Like I don't know, like that's such a big stretch, but like you'll get mad, right, when people will say that you got like way too personally invested, and even like say that you having sleepy time calls with someone would have like, you know, romantic undertones. You'll get mad about that, right? But then you'll like make like what, like an insane leap of logic of an assumption like that. Like, where's the consistency?
I talk because I went through some other stuff.
So I guess I do kind of like think of like the trolls as like one body. And
Yeah, there are
more
many
nuanced to it, and
camps.
they probably get really upset when people do this, but I'm so far removed from this. Like I just talk about.
No, you're not.
Commentary shit.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. There are many camps to this. Why did Jar have to bring Coyote up? Why did he shoot himself like that? I was annoyed because that was my take, and then Jar said it first on JustARobot. Because I was sat there going, I could type in that this is like Coyote, and I think I actually DM'd Chud and was like, "Can you push on the Coyote stuff? I'm fascinated." Because I'm a cunt.
I think it's because like Coyote is like the fucking internet Voldemort name in his community, and he's like, "Listen, I'm not bad."
Well, I mean,
like,
Coyote
instead is like, "I'm not Coyote."
He literally did the Coyote thing. That is literally what
you literally did. The Coyote thing. Did you know that, Jar? It seems a little bit weird to me.
Like, okay, I'm more concerned with what Kumo said. Like, oh, he treats him like Voldemort. It's like, okay, do you not know what Voldemort is? He's the guy who should not be, he who must not be named. I literally named
rambling.
him. Yeah. That's the opposite of the Voldemort thing. But
I do think this was stupid to do with Chud. It really was fucking stupid. It gave them ammo for this narrative of them that they keep on repeating. And frankly, I gotta at least berate you a little bit for not doing research and like, okay, this guy wants to talk to me. Let's see what he's talking about.
Not doing research, dog. You didn't even like watch the video you were criticizing. Apparently, dude, you got fucking touched.
Okay, that's all.
You need to understand. Lio gave me like every time I listened to Lio back in the day, it went well for me. Like if I did what Lio said, everything kind of worked itself out.
Bro.
But those were times when Lio had my best interest at heart. This time he didn't. To Lio, I was his ticket back to the top.
I wouldn't even say the top, man. I wouldn't even say the top.
Okay, take it to like almost 90% of the to where he used to be.
Yeah. Okay, that's all I wanted, man. Okay.
That's it.
But, yeah, I'm tired of being compared to Coyote.
And it just okay. So clearly that's not the full VOD. It just cuts off there. I know they said like edit down, but like I want to see the full thing. Yeah, dude. Everyone's touched. It's so fucking over. Dude, I don't know that. So I can't even see the full interview. This is evil. This is fucking evil. But like I don't know, dude. I don't know. Fuck me, man. Fuck me. I think you know, we're not done with Jar just yet. We're not done. We're not done, okay? We're almost done. We gotta watch this epic video that was made, okay? I'll put it at 1.25 speed. This just happened. I was already gonna like cover the Vincent Martin shit, but like I'm kind of curious to see if like June the King brings up something that I haven't like picked up on Jar. We're gonna do a little like this is where the deep dive comes in, guys. This is where the deep dive comes in. Here we go.
Or Jar for short, is a commentary creator whose story becomes stranger with every layer pulled back. It's an assemblage of arrogance,
I've won almost every single drama I've been in, even when I was on the losing side.
questionable comments,
Want to see my cock?
and ignorance of the very thing Jar was meant to provide clarity on.
You have pinned your channel to the reputation of someone and you've not even reviewed all the evidence.
Oh, dude, don't fucking touch me. Don't touch me. This is evil. This is fucking evil, dude. I swear to fucking God. Dude, don't mog me. A 480p. Refresh the page, dude. Like, my stream needs to, like, calm down, Shoddy. You need to calm down. But yeah, Vincent's not going to show the whole call. I think we already know that. I think we could already, like, you know, come to that conclusion, right? Like, I don't think they're going to show the whole call because I don't think they think the rest of it's important.
JustARobot.
I don't think they think it's important. But yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go.
With you? What's wrong with your programming, Mr. Robots?
Those clips were all in relation to Jar's video on Cinebear 03, that to many was a defense of Cinebear, a predator that sent graphic images to minors as well as roleplayed with them despite stating she would never do it again. Though Cinebear did receive a fair amount of coverage, there was increasing attention towards Jar, as this all exposed a pattern of behavior that brought both ire and amusement.
It's all Harley's fault that this is happening. I could make a video and put them all 6 feet under. She's the child who was too scared to get into a call with me.
No! Jar, no! He thinks he's the main character. He's so fucking touched, bro. He's so touched. Fuck.
Maybe you could come to the hotel room with me, lol, JK.
Yeah. What a cute little pussy.
Dead.
Those clips only scratched the surface, as Jar has been involved in countless spats with other creators. As such, this video will attempt to go through his history and piece together how this all came to be.
What is this, the fucking ring? This is actually pretty fire, what the hell?
Jar did not have a typical upbringing. He claims he grew up homeschooled in a highly religious household. The latter element is so extreme that he claims his mother ran a church through their household as no other place of worship shared their views. His earliest YouTube account was one dedicated to creating LEGO stop-motion videos. But as he grew older and changed, so did his tastes. In the early 2010s, Jar was watching creator I Hate Everything, a creator that uses a static image to represent themselves within their videos. This style online has been referred to as PNG tubing, a word that is a marriage of the image format PNG and YouTuber. The video in question that inspired Jar to want to adapt his style was I Hate Everything's video on the website DeviantArt. DeviantArt is a social media platform that is built around sharing art. Possibly because of its communities that focus on the sharing of specific art, such as My Little Pony, smaller communities were easily formed for not just the sake of sharing said art, but discussion of similar interests. The insular nature of these communities has allowed for the development of subgenres, ultimately leading to communities that share rudimentary fetish art. Their art and comments have been extracted by other communities or individuals for the sake of mockery.
Just when you think like I feel like I know a lot about Jar, that I find out that he has like a fucking cool stop motion channel, dude. Like, go back to that. That'd be awesome. That'd be amazing. We'd watch, bro. I speak for everyone when I say we watch, bro.
Contrast of higher end art to the lesser known rudimentary art that is explored in I Hate Everything's video, as well as many others, also explored the melodrama of some of its users. This is where Jar comes in. His intentions for joining DeviantArt are varied. He has stated it was to find an artist to create his avatar for his would-be PNG tuber account. Another reason was because of the resulting drama of I Hate Everything's video, and similarly, he believed he could change the toxic community from the inside out. And so in March of 2014, Jar joined DeviantArt under the name CEO Author, and jumped to the defense of I Hate Everything. Initially, Jar describes his conversations as small, and getting into tiffs with a different user that went under Purple Skull 99. This then ballooned into other members of DeviantArt, specifically members of the Halo fandom, jumping in.
It wasn't a specific community. I mean, I guess they were part of the Halo fandom, but that's about it. I wasn't involved in the Halo fandom, but I Hate Everything was.
That audio was from an interview I conducted with Jar. The following series of clips are from 2 videos in which Jar talks about his experience on DeviantArt, which is highly convoluted due to all the characters involved.
Hellblaze, Gaming Skeleton,
Sonic 93, Yoshi B1, Princess Elizabeth 013, Melody, but I'm not 100% sure, the Heather Pack, Hyperbeam Eevee, the Kydalia, Beatrice, aka Foxy, and Shadowfan, who's now known as that crazy cat critic.
That was only a taste of all the people mentioned. Jar speaks of endless tiffs, accusations, and melodrama that he does not even remember the conclusion of.
There were a lot of other things, but I don't remember the details, and eventually Hellblaze and her fan base left me the fuck alone.
There do exist archives that provide insight to Jar's reputation on DeviantArt. This post, for example, is one that quotes Jar speaking of feeling depressed due to the pills he was taking, which culminated to him attempting. The reason the poster quotes Jar is to state he deserves to feel such a way because the poster claims Jar is responsible for the death of their friend. Quote, you deserve to go through—
What the fuck? Why? Why would someone— what the fuck? Dude. Why? What the hell? That's just so, like, fucking evil. What? I mean, I guess, like, to Jar's, like, thing, I personally wouldn't share something like this online, but dude, what the fuck? What the hell? Oh yeah, but thank you, Midgetmatic, for the 5, contributing to the Autism Space Get Better Internet Fund. Dude, it's just like, chose today to be evil, I swear.
The same suffering Score went through, including the hurt of one just like you led him to do. Unquote. The catch is, Jar has stated he does not even know who Scorn was.
Yeah, Scorn, a guy I never talked to. Yeah, I was falsely accused of murder twice. Like, I was just such an awful person that the mere idea of my existence caused these people to kill themselves.
The murder accusations. Okay. To be fair, I heard lightly of them, but never really looked that deep into it because I just knew it was false. So that's why, like, I never would even use that against him.
Jar mentioned he was accused of this sort of thing twice. The second time was allegedly from a user known as Chaos55T. This person, as corroborated by other DeviantArt users, developed a fictional entity known as Madness and tried to convince others in the community that it was a real being with varied success.
So, I don't even know what this is, man. Like, it is the weirdest thing I have ever come across on the internet. The closest thing I can compare it to is Final Fantasy House. But she was trying to convince people of this entity named Madness, who existed on Earth, who was kicked out of both heaven and hell, and he can contact you, and all this other stuff if you believe in him. It was like this like weird little Wicca thing.
Jar also alleges he was, on multiple occasions, accused of being a pedophile. Once for allegedly defending a 13-year-old who, by Jar's own words, was being homophobic and transphobic. Another time was because his avatar was of a pedophilic character, namely Herbert the Pervert from Family Guy.
Well, I think I think your PFP is very telling on what kind of individual you are, Jar. Yeah, really what you align yourself. Who fucking cares? Dude, no.
What made Jar a target in this space was that he was constantly defending others. From I Hate Everything, the aforementioned 13-year-old, or even this user that goes by Destiny Loves Shiva that would direct Jar to defend her on different threats. Jar's time on DeviantArt spanned from March 2014 to sometime before March 2015, as he deactivated his CEO author account. He did make a short-lived Just Some Guy 9001 account that was deactivated as users found out about his identity. Similarly, he deleted his YouTube channel in where he reviewed webcomics. This was a channel separate from the one where he made stop-motion LEGO videos. This pressure, this necessity to remove one's digital footprint due to your reputation exposes the acute culture of this community and the nature of those that form it, in that there is an obsession to interact, to reply, to comment on any tangential trauma, on anything said about oneself, and Jar's reputation was so buried that he had to start over with a new identity.
JustARobot!
The JustARobot YouTube channel was meant to be run by multiple people, but in the end it was only Jar uploading. The first video was uploaded on October 14th, 2015. 7 months later, on May 2016, the channel had hit 1,000 subscribers. As for the videos on the channel, in all of them Jar uses a voice changer. A motivation for this was to hide his identity, a decision born from the fear that he would be discovered as CEO author. As for his content, Jar created commentary videos. Specifically, Jar would select a video and intersplice his commentary towards it rather than his audience. This is to say, his commentary was done as if speaking directly towards the author of the video.
If you don't like it, you don't have to be on his channel, so it's all like Jack.
I really hate it when people say, if you don't like it, just don't watch it. You do realize I can say the exact same thing to you, right?
What was the whole point of that video? If you guys don't like our videos, don't watch them.
I've already countered this argument. Quit repeating yourself.
I don't even disagree with him, but it's just funny with his word. He's like, I have already successfully countered this argument as I have deployed the tactic of showing how flawed your logic is. I don't even know why we are further engaging in this. This is a very dumb discussion. Fuck me.
Jar's content would not evolve much from here. Though his videos would eventually include a custom robot avatar with different stills meant to convey different emotions, this, at its core, is what Jar's channel was and would be, and for the time being, he was covering two popular trends: reaction channels and feminists. This placed him in the skeptic community, but this did not remain the case for long, as Jar was growing tired of what he was covering.
You know what? I'm tired of doing videos on reactors and social justice warriors all the time. I want to take a break. Maybe I'll do a commentary on something that won't make me angry. Hey, what's this? 11 Pokemon that could destroy the world? Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
Jar's video would spark a chain of events that would eventually land him in a very familiar yet distant space. But a different creator known as Doodletones that had a similar sized channel that coincidentally was also a PNG YouTuber with a robot avatar and a voice modifier made a video critical of Jar's video that was critical of the Pokemon video.
Today I'm bringing you guys 11 Pokemon that could destroy the world. For further clarification, I'm talking about the actual destruction of the Earth, not humanity. And by Earth, I mean our Earth, not the Pokemon world.
Well, the Pokemon world is based off our own world, but I get what you're talking about.
Okay.
As it turned out, Doodletones made a second response to Jar's most recent response, in which Jar made a response to that response.
I just finished watching Doodletone's new video about me, and you know what? For the most part, I agree.
This online confrontation was set to balloon in the same way Jar's drama on DeviantArt ballooned with endless layers of responses.
See, the thing that this is what's interesting about this whole fucking like Pokemon beef, it's like what unironically like Jar tries to like use as a reference as like Doodletones backstabbing them. This is like one of the cases. They argued over fucking Pokemon on the internet, and like he feels like betrayed. That is genuinely insane. That's what he tried to use to justify like his video on Doodletones, like with like talking about like, you know, everything else rather than just like talking to them like about their stuff. It's actually, it's funny. It's funny, but yeah.
But in this situation, Jar saw what this was becoming and stated he would not allow this back and forth to become any larger than it was.
If you do end up making your commentaries, I'm not going to respond to them, mainly because if I respond to them, I think it will just make this whole thing go on longer than it has to.
That video was published June 19th, 2016. Jar published his third video responding to yet another video Doodletones made on him, as well as various small commentary channels on August 24, 2016.
Let's begin with this video right here.
Mr. Warbot, how you can stand your fans tagging the Doodletones for negative views? I mean, seriously.
Wow, that was the worst jump cut I've ever seen. Learn how to edit.
This video...
What the fuck? This is so stupid. This is so stupid. And one thing I'm never going to give Jar credit for, okay? Jar is not the reason why Doodletones has a lot of critics in their audience. Never was, okay? I don't know why Jar, like, puts, like, so much, like, you know, weight on his own channels. Like, ever since I made that Pokemon video on Doodletones, it's just sent, like, a whole bunch of hatred to them. Very interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I didn't realize the power of my own audience. It's like, no, it's very clearly it was because of Mr. Medicare beef. Okay, it had nothing to do with you, dude. Had nothing to fucking do with you. Fuck me.
Is just over an hour long and includes countless responses, often responding to one another's videos. Though Jar would eventually make yet another response to Doodletones of sorts, that did not come until a year later. In between that time, Jar stuck with mostly covering reaction channels and feminists. He even made an outro where the lyrics reflected this.
My eyes have seen the glory of the cleansing of YouTube, debunking SJWs and feminazis too. We criticize reactionists in hopes they get the boot. Just a robot marches on.
The song Jar is singing over is the battle hymn of the Republic, or so it seemed. Jar's inspiration was later revealed to be something else. For now, this is the outro he had for a style of content that was increasingly losing popularity across YouTube. Jar's eventual popularity did not come from his coverage of reaction channels or even drama, like this response video he made in defense of Doodletones. This late 2017 uptick in views came from his most popular style of video.
Definitely media reviews, hands down, not even close.
While Jar's drama-oriented videos had the potential to skyrocket in views, his media reviews that mostly focused on cartoons were consistent with views.
Yeah.
Jar even attributes this review of a Gumball episode as the reason his channel blew
No,
up.
not the Gumball one!
Blade graph demonstrates this
No!
as well. Though he
Don't
continued
do the
to dabble with
joystick
drama
thing.
videos,
Don't do the joystick
Jar's
thing.
media reviews were almost guaranteed to hit over 100,000 views, while his more drama-oriented videos within the same time period were far less consistent. Even if some could eventually outperform his reviews, there was an additional benefit to his media reviews.
Why? Because being a woman is the worst. It's like playing one of your video games without the stick of happiness.
Do you mean the joystick?
I can't believe they let that get past the censors. For those of you who don't get the joke, the joystick is a metaphor for penis.
Yes.
Many of the top comments from this video just a Jar explaining an obvious joke. This became a joke in itself. The Odd Ones Out, a channel with over 12 million subscribers at the time of the tweet, quoted this word for word. The additional benefit of Jar's reviews was that it was casting a wider net. His reviews were more innocuous and less esoteric than his drama
Fucking
videos.
touched.
Drama videos like the Doodletone saga that would become more convoluted and have less audience interest as they went on. Whatever content Jar decided to favor for his channel did not matter as its momentum was lost. As mid-2018, his channel, or rather his friend's channel as it was initially a collaborative project, was hacked. A hack that Jar claims was due to his friend downloading Skyrim mods loaded with computer viruses that had his friend locked out of the email account tied to the YouTube channel. Though right before this happened, Jar had a channel he had full control over. A second channel that covered fictional characters, with a larger focus placed on analyzing them and their abilities.
I love that
With his
channel.
original channel hacked, the second channel turned main channel assumed his traditional content, media reviews, and coverage of drama. These videos even had a unique intro that only appeared in a few videos before being retired.
Debunking SJWs and feminazis too. Just a robot guy who
No!
hates you stuff. That Gumball is lit and T-Moss boss is shit. Superman and Goku fanboys always give me bluff. Goku fan file beyond 3D. Is anime sexist and no limits fallacy. Get your pop on your top, get all the candy that we bought. Here's another episode of Just a Robot.
The sad part is, this is not even the first time I saw this, bro. So, Dad, just stick to the original. Stick to the original, alright, bro? Stick to the original. Dad.
While Jar was able to capture some of the momentum he had, his channel would peak January 2019. Never again would Jar get more than 1 million views a month. A reason for this decline could be a lack of focus in genre. This tracks with what is found on Jar's channel. In 2019, Jar made videos on gang stalking, on fictional characters, on Dark Souls 2 being his favorite game, and a video covering an infamous creator. These are vastly different in subject, which possibly made it more difficult to cement an audience as there was hardly any consistent theme on his channel. This remained true for 2020. Then in 2021, Jar had gotten the hack channel back, but continued to use his current channel as a main one. It was here that he covered the developing drama around the R community. Jar's relationship with this community mirrors his relationship with the DeviantArt community back in 2015, meaning there were many alliances broken and built at a whim, dramas that were seemingly endless and as they went on became more and more convoluted.
Yeah, I would describe it, every other YouTube community, as a city. This is a small town. Everybody knows everyone. Everyone's always up in everyone else's business.
This community to Jar had the same attraction that the DeviantArt one did. But rather than hashing out disagreements in an isolated space through text post, Jar, like virtually all creators involved, responded through video. Content creator Lanza made a video going through the art community's various dramas. At the end of the video, he shares his perspective on the community.
The people in this community, be it the fans or the creators, are some of the most pedantic, semantic, and overly sensitive people I've ever seen in my time online. People will make video after video after video on somebody on some of the most stupid shit imaginable.
Jar has described this community as a small town.
Yeah, but like
the
a lot of
majority of the
commentators
dramas
do that. It's
don't
not
reach
just
larger
ACC.
audiences, though every now and then, a creator such as Creepshow Art will get relatively tremendous coverage as their actions were so egregious, it brings interest from outside the community. As Jar tended to focus on creators within this small community, it only guaranteed he will be making videos for its equally small audience. While this continued to capture his channel well into 2022, it was in 2023 that Jar decided it was time to change his focus.
I'd rather not stay and be corrupted by drama like so many others have before me.
Oh,
Now, I want to make it
lasted.
clear, I'm still going to be talking about drama every now and then, but instead it's going to be more like what Turkey Tom does, a documentary-style video.
That came from Jar's video titled I'm Leaving, posted January 12, 2023. This announcement was followed by increased viewership. Jar had again begun making media reviews a larger part of his channel, this time focusing on Disney and its franchises. However, in 2024, his viewership once again fell steeply as
Ace, do I know everyone? Actually, I do agree with Jar with that one, to be honest with you. I mean, it is kind of like I know a lot of people in the art CC. It's really odd because, like, I think I have, like, a weird magnet pull to some of them sometimes. Like, I mean, like, when I just started existing in this, some people just accidentally, like, bumped into me. It's like, it's almost like having, like, 1K in the ACC, considering it's, like, more of a dead community. It's it's way bigger than you'd expect. Like, especially, like, with, like, the how I do, like, with the live streams and shit, right? I'm definitely, like, a small streamer for sure, but, like, I know everybody. It's weird. It's like, I pretty much had conversations with, like, the majority of the people in this community, or I've, like, have had interactions with them. It's very, yeah, it's very close-knit and tightly, you know, together, I would say. Yeah, for sure. I do agree with that.
Jar's channel again lost focus. On his formerly hacked channel, Jar started making a spree of response videos. These, at their most intense, were over 2 hours long and rarely received more than 10,000 views. These were responsive videos, 2 videos that at times received less than 1,000 views. Jar does not treat content creation as a job, but as a hobby. This is why he makes videos regardless of how poorly they perform. But mistakes and the like pass by easier as they reach a smaller audience, and the spats he gets himself into are for the most part innocuous. But what would happen if Jar were to make a video of this caliber on something with weight? On something that was controversial enough to breach the walls of his small community? What if Jar were to make a video on Cinebear 03? A channel formerly known as Scootaloo Loves Sans. As the name and the banner suggest, My Little Pony and Undertale play a large part in this channel's content. At 22 million views, this is the channel's most viewed video. The majority of the channel consists of characters from My Little Pony drawn in an animation loop matched up to music. These videos' titles almost always includes the words meme and the suggestion of 13+.
The introduction of the AMC. Now, you see, I remember having conversations with people about this. Okay, so the ACC itself, right? ACC itself, it's like it doesn't really have that much creeps per se that get called out. It's more or less, I would say, like the AMC does like a lot of heavy lifting. It's like any time that you see like like someone being called out for grooming, right? It's mainly AMC creators. Like they could sometimes have like, you know, little like merges with like, you know, making commentary content, right? But like it's, I mean, like Birdie's AMC, Cine was AMC, Pastario was AMC, fucking Spockter, not Spockter, sorry, wrong one. What was it? What Twisted Doctor? That's what I meant to say. Was like more AMC. It's like these people are doing like, like the or KC like would be like AMC. Like a lot of these people that are actually getting called out are like from this like this degenerate community that like made it like that was it was normalized to like have sexual and suggestive content be for like 16+ people, right? Or like, you know, sometimes like people would just like have no issues like with minors making that type of content for some reason. Like those videos got like brought up and no one really like made like a direct call to it. So it's like it essentially created this environment where desensitize people. So creating like situations where people will just do actions they perceive as normal just to find out, oh shit, I'm desensitizing this person. This is fucked up. What the hell? It's actually a depressing cycle that just kept repeating over and over again. And it's still gonna like probably keep being repeated. like for like quite some time, because realistically, it's like almost like it's way too like normalized in like that community where it's like it just hasn't changed really. It's insane though. It's genuinely insane.
Lou Love Sands, or Cinebear, published her most popular videos between 2017 and 2018 when she was around 14 years old. But what about the rest of her videos? While they are virtually all about characters dancing, some of them have grotesque themes. This is one she made in celebration for reaching 300 subscribers. It contains various renditions of a My Little Pony character being stripped of their lungs, eyes, arms, hands, the works. This is not a standalone video. This one is titled, Hey Juicy, Meme, plus 13, Trigger Warning, Kidnapping/Abuse. Then there's this one titled Caramel Dancin' 13+, Vent/Suicide Warning. While most videos are of anthropomorphic ponies, there are a few that place her human avatar as the focus of the video. This is one of her having a nightmare, in where the description reads, quote, just a vent/stress reliever/edgy flip-a-clip movie, IDK. I don't know what you guys want from me, but I'm sure it wasn't
like
this.
16
I'm
during
sorry.
this time.
Unquote. Cinebear is a masochist. She derives sexual pleasure from her own pain. But not just the pain, but the graphic nature of where the torture could lead. She has drawn herself split in half. The GIF on screen is a cleaner variant of the detailed one that cannot be shown. Her entries allude, perhaps outright state, the trauma she experienced as a child. Cindy's art, as well as relationship drama, has been the subject of controversy in the past. But in September 2024, a Google Doc on Cindy began to gain traction. It spans 111 pages. It is largely inflated due to the screenshots involved. It begins by breaking down the two avenues Cindy would use to engage in sexual conversations with minors. One was her Discord server, and the second was Sock Gang, a Discord chat that the author of the doc participated in. Quote, I met Cindy around 2020 to 2021 due to me joining a friend group she happened to be part of. Me, Cindy, and a few others who were part of that friend group made a group chat together called Sock Gang to talk back and forth with one another. Unquote. The following pages contain Discord screenshots of Cindy engaging in sexual conversations. The names are censored, and the age is placed alongside the censored names. Cindy, in the first screenshot, is 18, talking about being horny in a church to two 15-year-olds. As seen on page 5, she would post her gore fetish art to the group. As for Cindy's Discord server, a server largely built from the reputation of her channel that advertised her videos as 13+, also had rules that users had to be 13 years or older. The author of the doc states, quote, these rules have not been changed or altered since 2021. I was actually the one who wrote these rules for the server when it first was created because I was a moderator. Unquote. On page 10 and 11 are screenshots of a moderator reinforcing the rules to not discuss sexual topics and a screenshot that shows rule number 4 of the server. Quote, no NSFW topics, art, or nude images under any circumstances. Unquote. Page 12 then contains a screenshot of Cindy posting her naked avatar with a sign that says lewd.
Yeah,
the text next to her avatar reads, quote, you can loot Cindy, I don't mind.
think I'm gonna
unquote.
skip ahead.
The author of the doc makes it clear that Cindy was both breaking her own rules and was 19 at the time she posted this in her server. She also posted the same gore art in the server that she posted on Sock Gang. The pages that follow depict many instances of Cindy encouraging sexual comments in her server.
Let's go over it here. Yeah, we are kind of like skipping quite
that
ahead.
she has acknowledged her actions.
Yeah, when defending a predator goes wrong, I mean, to be fair, yeah, it's focusing on this
She has
more.
promised to not engage in conversations with minors, yet immediately did so. What's more, a third doc would come out. This time, the author claimed that they were 15 interacting sexually with Cindy while Cindy was 18, meaning this took place within the first doc's time frame. As where all this was leading to, Jack, also known as Birdie, a content creator and Cindy's at the time roommate, released a video titled, My Roommate Groomed a 14-year-old, I Need Help.
Okay, I have to be kind of quiet because Cindy is in the other room because she called in sick from work today. I'm like, this is like an emergency, but just trying to like spill my guts as fast as I can so that I can be safe and so that Cindy doesn't hurt anyone else.
Birdie advertises a GoFundMe, a fund not for the victim but for themselves to move out because they felt that they were in danger. This GoFundMe eventually raised $11,000. Birdie then speaks of how Cindy interacted with them.
I also consented to her like touching my boobs. And like, I guess like this stuff is fine because I consented to it, but there's stuff that she did that.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried it again. Tried it again. Tried it again. but I think, I mean, essentially where I'm just going to leave it at, it's like we've seen this. I've already seen it. I think the video is probably going to be decent, won't they? Maybe. Like, we already understand what's going to happen. So I'm just going to end stream here because clearly my computer's having issues. So, yeah. Talk to y'all later. See ya.
you